All praise to the Most High. How you brothers doing this Sabbath? It's good to see you. I see a lot of y'all came from across town. I see Captain O'Shea is here. All praises. Captain Tazawan and Captain Kabash, whose names I often forget. Where's OC? Oh, yes, OC earlier, didn't I? OC. Yadin, Captain Yadin is here. Well, praises. Yadin? I thought it's Yadin. Yadin. Now I'm confused. Okay. All right. Y'all mess with me. All right. Today we're going to talk about fixing the cracks in our lives. And what I mean by that is fixing our spiritual foundation, which is oftentimes cracked. All right, I want to open up with 1 Peter 2 and 5 in case someone's wondering, why do you need to fix the cracks in your life? The same reason you need to fix a crack in the foundations that's around a house or a home. 1 Peter 2 and 5.
1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 5. Ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house.
So in this truth, we're all part of a great spiritual house. This is not about one man, one person. It's about us as a collective. Each one representing a brick. Each one representing some part of the great house that God is building. And this house represents the nation of Israel. Read it again.
Ye also, as lively stones.
And it's calling us lively because we were given the lively oracles of God. Okay? And when you have the lively oracles of God, it is to make us all extrovert in this truth. And that's for you introvert brothers. You brothers that, well, I'll deal with that in a few minutes. Read it again.
Ye also, as lively stones, are built up a spiritual house, and holy priesthood.
We are a holy priesthood in this truth. Go ahead.
To offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God by Jesus Christ.
So we're not offering sacrifices of lambs and goats. On the contrary, we're offering up spiritual sacrifices, okay, which is acceptable to God. Give me Ephesians 2 and 20, please.
Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 20. And are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets.
So this spiritual house that we're built up upon the foundation of the holy apostles and Christ. Read it again.
And are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets.
So the foundation is what I want to try to see. What is still comparing us to a house. Okay, and the foundation of the holy apostles. Go ahead.
Jesus Christ himself being the chief cornerstone.
And Jesus Christ himself being the chief cornerstone, meaning he's the leader. He's the commander in chief. All right. Was that it?
Yes, sir.
From there, give me 1 Corinthians 3:12.
1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 12. Now, if any man build upon this foundation
gold. If any man build upon this foundation, the foundation is the foundation of the holy apostles and Christ being the chief cornerstone. Read it again.
Now, if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble.
So, in this truth, we're building this great spiritual house. And the foundation, which is to be the doctrine that the holy apostles taught, and Christ himself being the chief cornerstone, it is possible for us to be built with a foundation of gold, silver, or precious stones. Those three materials right there are honorable in the sight of the Most High. Those three minerals is what God is looking for in this truth. And believe it or not, those are the men and women who are keeping and teaching the commandments. Those brothers and sisters who understand the fruits of the Spirit opposed to the works of the flesh. Read on.
Every man's work shall be made manifest.
No, go back to 12.
Verse 12. Now if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble.
Now those three represent the works of the flesh. Okay, those are men and women who are in this truth but are not really in this truth. They will make excuses. Like it says in Sirach 32:7, a sinful man will not be reproved, but finds an excuse according to his will. So that's the wood, the hay, and the stubble. They find everything to go against the commandments. They may appear to be keeping them, but inside, when the trial and test comes their way, they always fail the test. Go ahead.
Every man's work shall be made manifest.
All of our work's going to be made manifest. Every man, every woman will be tried, will be tested, will be tempted in this truth. Everybody. There's no way around it. So every man's work shall be made manifest, whether it's gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, and stubble. Go ahead.
For the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire.
Right. So that day shall declare it is the day of temptation, the day of your trial. Okay? And that's what that fire represents also. It ain't so much a literal fire, but that spiritual fire of testing, of temptation, of trial. And sometimes you could be in this truth 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, and you have a Johnny-go-lucky life. Everything's good, but then there's that one day that sneaks up on you that you least suspected. Go ahead.
And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is.
And God's going to find out what sort of work you've been building in this spiritual house. Is it gold, silver, precious stone, or is it hay, wood, or stubble? The Lord's going to reveal it. Now let's go to Jeremiah 14 and verse 17. Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 17.
Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 17. Therefore thou shalt say this word unto them, let mine eyes run down with tears night and day.
So this is what the Lord says to tell Jeremiah, to tell the Israelites. Let tears run down our face day and night. Go ahead.
And let them not cease.
And let the tears not cease. We're to be in a mournful state. Go ahead. It's going to say why.
For the virgin daughter of my people is broken with a great breach.
For the virgin daughter of my people, which is the 12 tribes of Israel, is broken with a great breach. That's a crack. A breach, a great breach is a big crack in our lives, in our nation, amongst our people. Go ahead.
With a very grievous blow.
With a very grievous blow. So as a people, we have faulty spiritual foundations in this truth, okay, which are cracks in our lives. And I'm going to go over a list of cracks that will come across in our lives. And I want y'all to take some notes on this. One of the first cracks that is stumbled upon in this truth is hypocrisy. We want to appear spiritually mature than we actually are, so we fake it. And we use spiritual talk to sound spiritual. For example, we know we hypocrites, we ain't keeping God's commandments at heart, at home. But we say things like, hey, shalom, most high in Christ blessed, bruh. So you think this brother's in the spirit. Stay in the spirit, bruh. Stay in the spirit. But meanwhile, you and I know, well, not me. You and the Lord knows, that's better. You and the Lord knows you ain't right. You faking the funk. Give me that in Sirach 33, verse 2 real quick. Sirach chapter 33 and verse 2.
Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 33 and verse 2. A wise man.
Who's reading for me?
Officer Solomon.
Oh, okay. All right, Solomon, go ahead.
A wise man hateth not the law.
A wise man hateth not the law. Believe it or not, that's the pivotal point in this truth. And it's not so much the ceremonial laws brothers got problems with. No. We love them high holy days. We eat, we drink, we party. We all do that. We love that thing. But what we have a problem with is the moral laws and the civil laws. Moral meaning our innate nature within to keep our moral compass pointing north opposed to south, meaning we're always conscious of how we conduct ourselves on a personal level. And we struggle with the civil law on how we deal with our brother, our neighbor. That's what civil law deals with. Those two groups of laws is where we often stumble. Why? And you notice the crack right there, okay? I'm offended, and we can't fix this ever again. Really? Is that what the Bible says? I don't give a damn what the Bible says. I say we can't fit. He's just stumbled over a crack in his life. And you could be in this truth from the beginning. And it's going to creep up on you one day, just one day. And the Lord's going to reveal you to you. Read it again.
A wise man hateth not the law, but he that is an hypocrite therein is a ship in a storm.
A hypocrite's a ship in a storm, always tossed to and fro. You got problems here, you got problems there. The Lord's going to reveal that you're like a ship in a storm. It's always a problem that you can't overcome. Always a problem you need help with. You're always a problem you need counsel with. Always you. But then that's the one that points and say, well, I'm leaving because of you. You looked at me funny. You passed a judgment I didn't like. We can't fix this thing. Okay, to hell with you. Next one out of the cracks in our lives is demonic activity. I should have did this one last, but I'll just bring it out now. Demonic activity. I know what you talk about, voodoo? What do you mean demonic activity? What I mean by demonic activity as a crack. When you have a crack in the foundation in your house around the ground, snakes often crawl through those cracks in the foundations. And by not fixing those cracks in our lives, we open ourselves up to these demons entering in. Give me that in Luke 11:24. These are demons. And I ain't talking about demons like exorcists. I'm talking about demons like the works of the flesh. That's what I'm talking about. Luke 11.
Luke chapter 11 and verse 24. When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man.
So the unclean spirit, now I'm talking about demons now. Everybody came in this truth, you got demons. Your unclean spirit might be adultery. Your unclean spirit might be you love to lie. And when you see brothers or sisters that lie about little things, bro, that's something you don't have to lie about. It's such a small thing. Those are the spirits that will lie about big things. Watch them spirits. Next spirit or demon, give me another one. You got a thief. They like to steal. That's always been their niche. Stealing, covetousness. Okay, that spirit of hatred. Oh, here's another one. Women. That's a big crack we often find with brothers. And you never know that type of crack. Brother be going good. And you don't notice any crack in his walk in his truth until he gets married. Then you see his faults when he gets married. He can't overcome certain things at home with the woman. And you won't see it with him as a single brother. But when he get married, aha, you see that? You see that brother right there? There's his faults right there. Read that again.
When the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places.
So that when you come in this truth, you repent, those unclean spirits, those weaknesses, those works of the flesh leave you. Go ahead. And those spirits wander through dry places, desert places. Go ahead.
Seeking rest and finding none, he saith, I will return unto my house whence I came out.
I'm going to go back to that brother or sister from whence I left. You're the house. Remember, you are part of this spiritual house. So them demons, them unclean spirits, say, I'm going to go pay my old boss a visit. Go ahead.
And when he cometh, he findeth it swept and garnished.
You know it's empty, swept, and garnished. Who's supposed to be in there? Christ. Christ ain't in here. He's supposed, remember, hey, get a lie. Find me, where's he at? I saw him somewhere. Oh, get a lie in here?
I don't think he here today.
Okay, somebody who know what I'm talking about, find me this thing. Find me that scripture where I think it might be Revelation. It says how Christ will open the door and sit and sup with us. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Just popped in my head. Somebody find me that. Where? Revelation 3:20. Thank you. Give me that real quick.
Revelations chapter 3 and verse 20. Behold, I stand at the door and knock.
So Christ stands at the door of your heart, the door of your mind, and knocks. Go ahead.
If any man hear my voice and open the door.
If any of you hear the Lord's voice and open the door, meaning you want to repent, go ahead.
I will come into him and will sup with him.
I will enter in and sup, mean have dinner. I will eat with you, break bread with you. Was that it?
and he with me.
And he with me. So now let's go back. So Christ is supposed to be in your spiritual house. When we go back to Luke 11:24, one more again.
Verse 24, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest and finding none. He saith, I will return unto my house whence I came out. And when he cometh, he findeth it swept and garnished.
He findeth it swept and garnished, meaning nobody's home. Christ ain't here. Go ahead.
Then goeth he and taketh to him 7 other spirits.
Now he gets more spirits, more demons. Go ahead.
More wicked than himself.
More wicked than himself. Go ahead.
And they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first.
That's why when you see brothers and sisters leave this truth, they're in a worse condition than when they came in. There's nobody that I have seen, maybe y'all might know, who has left this truth and their life was so successful. Things is going good. Life is grand. Their spiritual walk is great. I've never seen it in 30 years. Never, ever, ever. But I know you might be that one. I'm gonna try. I'm leaving this truth. I need that carefree life once again. You'll see in these, and they end up turning into bums on Facebook, begging for money every other week, asking for this, asking for that. They'll have their heads covered, looking like damn Arabs, talking about buy my wife's song. Ain't nobody buying your wife's damn song. To hell with you and your wife. You see all kinds. One got a tattoo on her chest, doing videos with black lipstick on. I'm like, what the hell is this? And these were spirits when they were here, they were okay, they were good. Marriages that were here, they was good. Then when they leave, you see multiple women entering in the house. They had one dude had another sister staying with him. He starts sleeping with her, having sex with the little girl. All manner of evil. That's what it means. Read 26 again.
Verse 26, then goeth he and taketh to him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. And they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell nobody crack is bad. There's nothing wrong with crack. Or is it weed? There ain't nothing wrong with it. You can smoke it and suck it if you want. There's nothing wrong with it. These are them examples of demonic activity entering. The white man is not Esau, brother. See, the spirit, I had to leave the truth to gain understanding. Now I got it. See, praise the Lord.
Bishop, when you're looking at these brothers, because they're not reading scriptures, Christ called you as a baby. You 5-year-old. And automatically Satan come over. You tell you, it's time to go. Some type of knowledge have to kick in. Some type of discern have to come over your head and say, you know what? Satan is calling me back in the world. Because your job is to control yourself. Humble yourself under the guidance of God. But no matter how much guidance you give these brothers, we become their enemy to them.
You see where it says, number 26, read 26 again.
Luke chapter 11, verse 26. Then goeth he and taketh to him 7 other spirits more wicked than himself.
Stop. Who could tell me why, when it says 7 other spirits, what kind of spirits is it talking about? 7 other spirits. I ain't gonna be long, Bishop. I just want to ask this. Let's hear it. It says 7 other spirits. They got a mic back there? Okay, just real quick.
Hey, shalom, leadership. Just
Shalom.
as Bishop was saying, say if you're dealing with lust, the 7 other spirits that will come back would be covetousness, hatred.
You said lust, right?
Yes.
Something that will be connected to lust on a grander scale.
Homosexuality.
Meaning it will compound and it will add to it. So if somebody is, let's say somebody just have a habit of smoking cigarettes. I'll use something based like that. The next spirit will be marijuana, then crack. That's what it's talking about.
That same go like the brother said with lust, same thing. Right. All those sexual demons will start to enter in, and you'll see nothing wrong with it. Yep. The next crack that we often see in our lives is backsliding. When our spiritual progress is not what we expected it to be, we become discouraged and we return to the world. Give me that Mark 4:16. Christ talked about 4 types of Israelites, and just this one here, I think it's the second one, Mark 4:16.
Mark chapter 4 and verse 16.
Because you come in this truth and you think, being in this truth, it's going to be good, it's going to be grand. Sisters often call, is it going to be great over there? No, it's not. All the sisters friendly? No. All the brothers friendly? No. You're going to find people you don't like. You're going to find people struggling like you struggling, trying to work things out. And you expected your spiritual walk to be uneventful, okay? No cracks, but the Lord has to reveal your crack so you can get it right. Mark 4:16.
And these are they likewise, which are sown on stony ground, who, when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness.
Yeah, that's you. That's some of you. You hear this truth, you receive it with gladness. Whoa, I'm so happy I'm an Israelite. Christ looks like me. Praise the Lord. We're going to be delivered. Good.
And have no root in themselves.
And you have no root in yourself. You don't study at all. Go ahead.
And so endure but for a time.
You only endure but for a time.
Afterward, when affliction or persecution ariseth for the word's sake.
You see that afterward, when affliction or persecution arises for the word's sake. Go ahead.
Immediately they are offended.
I'm offended. I am offended. You see spirits like that. I've seen it from the beginning of my walk in this truth, even until today. Oh, I'm offended. Christ said, blessed is he that is not offended. Okay? And these are doorways or cracks that pull you out of this truth because you're in what? A backsliding state. Okay? Right. Next one. The next one. Give me Mark 4. We still in Mark 4. I want verse 18 and 19. But I'll say this regarding the next one. When you have a failure to reach goals with cracks in our spiritual foundation, and God does not permit us to move on successfully. Like, give me that example. I'm going to give you an example. Give me Joshua 1 and 8. Then I'm going to go to Mark 4:18. Joshua 1 and 8. So number 4 is a failure to reach your goals. Failure to reach your goals.
Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
When you do those things, God gave us the key to have good success. So we want good success, but many times the good success we want, again, which ties into the last one we went over, is that uneventful life, no crack in our walk, which is impossible. And we want the world's sense of success. That's what we're looking for. Look at Mark 4, verse 18 and 19.
Mark chapter 4, verse 18. And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of other things entering in, choke the word, and it becometh unfruitful.
Because before this truth, you may have had what the world calls a successful life. Some of you, men and women, you come in this truth, now you see these cracks, things is not going right, and spiritually you're not realizing God's trying to show you something about yourself that needs to be fixed. But you look at it like it's some great evil thing. All right? So you end up falling apart in this truth. All right? The next one is spiritual collapse. Spiritual collapse. This is the final thing. Spiritual collapse. So when those trials come, according to Sirach 2, give me that Sirach 2 and 1. The foundations of your spiritual house gives in, and collapse is the ultimate result. Sirach 2 and 1.
Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
That's what most people often forget, or when they hear it, they go, oh, okay. And when they come in the truth, and when it finally comes, and it might not be that first week. It might not be that first year. It might be year 7, year 9. Okay? Read that again.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, and constantly endure.
Constantly endure. Set your heart aright. Constantly endure. Go ahead.
And make not haste in the time of trouble.
Make not haste in time of trouble. That trouble is when your day comes. That evil day comes your way. Now you make haste. I'm leaving. I'm offended. I'm not coming back. Well, goodbye. Good riddance. I need Tito. Hand me a tissue. The hell is this? You run from correction, right? Hey, give me the article about our dear brother, Jamal, Pastor Jamal. We went over this on Patient Saints, but I found it very burdening for us today. Because we come in this truth, and many times the spirit of covetousness will often or sometimes creep on those spirits who had those same spirits in the world. Okay? Our dear brother, Jamal, fix it in Jesus' name. Here's an article with our brother, Jamal Bryant. Now, this deals with the spirit of covetousness. Now, you may ask, well, he's in the Christian faith. Well, with that same spirit that he has, it reveals a crack in his spirit, which is a crack in our spirit that we often will, some of us will stumble on. Watch, let's read the article. Solomon, let's read that.
This is an article posted by Flipboard. Fix it, Jesus. Pastor Jamal Bryant had plans to charge $150 for coronavirus testing that should be free.
So the test should be free, but due to a covetous spirit that you know it corrupts the Christian church, that covetous spirit, he won't charge poor people $150 for a test to save their life. Go ahead.
Jamal Bryant's church, New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Georgia, recently made plans to test 1,000 people for coronavirus.
Dude, what's 1,000 people times $150? That's what's on his mind. Go ahead.
However, they wanted to charge people money for a process that should be free. According to AJC, the church has now postponed their plans due to Governor Brian Kemp's statewide shelter-in-place order that is expected to go into effect Friday. However, that didn't stop them from receiving backlash for their original plan to charge people $150 to get coronavirus testing.
So he got blasted. He got blasted by his congregation. They let him have it. And many people that heard this thing, all right, blasted him. So from there, give me Micah 3:11. So now you may say, well, that's Christians. Well, we saw a dose of that in Austin, Texas, didn't we not? That spirit went throughout Austin, okay? And it ain't just Austin. We see it a few places. Micah 3:11.
Micah chapter 3 and verse 11. The heads thereof judge for reward.
Judge for reward. They want to get paid.
And the priests thereof teach for hire.
They want to get paid. That's what it's talking about, covetousness. Go ahead.
And the prophets thereof divine for money.
And they divine for money. Well, that's the whole verse.
Yet will they lean upon the Lord.
Yet will they lean upon the Lord and what?
And say, is not the Lord among us?
And say, well, is not, why? Because they got money. The Lord, look, isn't it obvious the Lord is among us because of the money? From there, give me Jeremiah 6:13.
Jeremiah chapter 6 and verse 13. For from the least of them,
the Israelites,
even until the greatest of them,
even unto the greatest of them, the high priest, the king, go ahead.
Everyone is given to covetousness.
Everyone is given to covetousness. Go ahead.
And from the prophet, even until the priest, everyone dealeth falsely.
So the Lord was letting Jeremiah know, from the greatest of the Israelites at that time to the least, everybody's covetous. He said, I see it there. And that's a spirit we have to recognize and check because it is a crack in our spiritual walk. All right. From there, give me the Facebook article, the one on Facebook, IT team, the one about what are black people? Yeah, heard this knucklehead. And these Christians, before you play it, These Christians with these covetous spirit, not only are they covetous, our people are simple as, I find more stupid, I'm trying to find some nice words, but they dumb as hell. Christians are dumb as, they don't know the Bible, don't want to know the Bible. When you show them the truth of the Bible, they hate the Bible. Watch our dear sister, a Christian, watch what she has to say about it. Click that.
Okay, so this man right here tried to say that black people are the true Israelites, right? Okay, so if the black people are the true Israelites and white people are derived from Europe, Europe derives from Greek, Greek derives from Rome, Rome derives from Middle Eastern, which Middle Eastern is Africa, so that means we're all the same, and that means that we, oh my God, are hypocrites. You're a hypocrite. Do your knowledge before you speak it, baby boy. All of us are the same, so why are we putting each other down?
That's a dummy right there. And Rome, and she said, what she say? Greeks come from Rome?
Yeah.
Greeks do not come from Rome. She's a dummy. And there is no Middle East. Esau made that up in the late 1800s. Do your knowledge, baby girl, dummy. I hate dumb Christians. They just make my stomach turn because they think they know something. That's like Christianity's like an offspring of jailhouse knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What are you gonna say?
Hey, if we're all the same, why is black people in the ghetto?
Yeah. Why she got that thing on her head? What the hell was that? I tell you, give me Jeremiah 4:22. I know some of y'all right now say, "Oh, he's mean." What?
Why is the coronavirus dealing pretty much with
jacking up black people?
That's her. She need to deal with that. You know.
Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 22. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children.
Hey, can we look that word up, sottish? Can we look that up, sottish? Go to Google, and just look up sottish. I know, because I said she's dumb. I said Christianity is dumb and stupid. Oh, you're mean. That's not the spirit of Christ. Okay. Sottish. Look, so y'all see what that word means? It says drunken, also doltish, stupid. Do y'all see that?
Yes, sir.
God is calling our people stupid. So because he wrote it in the word Negroes don't generally use, they don't think it's that insulting. But it's very insulting once you sit down and do your knowledge, boo. You find out God called our people stupid as hell. Everybody ain't the same. The white man's the devil, the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
Why do some people have melanin and some don't? I don't know. Maybe we're all the same. Okay. The next thing when we have a crack in our lives is the BHI. You know Deacon Asap's favorite topic. The dumb black ashy devils, the black Hebrew Israelites. So now the new thing that they're claiming is that the mark of the beast is a microchip that will be inserted into a vaccine and put in your body. So I had to think about that a second. I said, this really makes no sense. Can you give me the video with the black Hebrew Israelite getting arrested?
Wow. How you doing, sir? How you doing, man? Do you have your driver's license vehicle information on you? What's going on? I'd be happy to tell you once I see who I'm talking to, all right? I need you to let me know, like, what's going on, like, what happened? I'd be happy to tell you once I see information. I'm not giving you my information until you tell me what you pulled me over for. All right, sir. Failure to give me my information is an arrestable offense, okay? So you can either do this the easy way or the hard way, all right? I need to know what you're pulling me over for. I'm going to tell you once I see information, all right? I got information, but I'm not giving you my information until you tell me what you pulling me over for. Here's the deal. You either give me your ID or you go to jail. How about that? Put this on camera, man, because we're not dealing with this. Give me your ID. I need to know why you pulling me over. Give him your ID. Detail 5 radio. I'll be on the stop, entrance to the parks. Can you send me another car? I have a cooperative occupant. Last chance. Yeah, I need to know why you putting me over. Give him your ID. Is my tags expired? And my lights out? I'd be happy to tell you, sir. Are you a lawyer, sir? Hey, I'm representing myself right now.
Okay.
Because to be honest with you, I have a right to remain silent, right? So I could just sit here and ignore you.
No, you can't, sir.
I don't ask you any questions.
Okay. Well, it's going to turn out very poorly for you.
It's fine, but you're not telling me what's going on, and that ain't right.
I'm gonna tell you what the deal is. You're probably suspended, so you don't want to give me your license.
So, am I free to go?
No, you're not free to go. This is an investigatory stop, all right? All right, here's the deal.
For all I know, you could be trying to kill me right now.
You're absolutely ridiculous, all right?
I don't care.
All right, step out of the car.
It's been 2 minutes. I'm not stepping out the car until you tell me what's going on.
All right, open the door.
Hey, put this on camera. Put this on camera. You gotta let me know what's going on, man. You're not going there.
You're going to jail is what's going on.
For what? You ain't... What charges? On what charges? Wow.
Get out of the car now. Yo, my shit, get out of the Yo, my shit, get out of the Yo, my shit, get out of Get out of the car, man. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Let me get out of the car. Okay, get out. Get out of the car. You ain't getting out of the car. Get out of the car now. Get out of the car. On the ground. Put your hands behind your back.
When the cops pull you over, there is no such a thing. You don't want to give no ID.
They saw that on video. Y'all see the videos, the white people doing that? We're not the tell a Christian said we're not the same.
I don't know what's wrong with you, man. You get pulled over, the first thing you do is make sure your driver license and your registration card is at the window. All this thing, I can just sit here. That don't work with black people. I'm going to repeat that again. That don't work with black people. First of all, you black. And you ashy. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. You see, everything right here can be prevented if the brother just give his license. The only thing the cop's going to do is give him a ticket. That's it. But he bring everything to himself. Now you got the woman yelling, "Yah Shabbat Hashem." Christ, that cannot help you.
Yeah, Shazam. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barak.
That cannot help you. You bring it to yourself. Most I got sitting right there is laughing. Look at this nigga right here. This nigga's crazy.
Now this goes with Nehemiah 9 verse 37. There's no Hebrew word that's going to deliver you from the claws or the clutches of Esau. I'm telling you, if y'all think you got a Shazam word out there, read that.
Nehemiah chapter 9 verse 37. And it yieldeth much increase unto the kings whom thou hast set over us because of our sins. Also, they have dominion over our bodies.
That's what I wanted y'all to see. They have dominion over our bodies. Go ahead.
And over our cattle at their pleasure. And we are in great distress.
See, then we're in great distress. We have no option but to obey the powers that be. I know some of y'all, I don't know about Yahweh Hashem. Listen, you going to jail. Listen, there's no, now I feel for the brother. But now suppose they wanted to inject him with a vaccine with a microchip in it. What can he do? See, this is why I got a problem with the damn microchip theory. They'll take your behind, your black ashy behind, while you screaming Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, then inject you. Did we see a video on that last week with the light-skinned brother? And they gave him the vaccine? There's nothing you can do about it. I'm like, that's how you know that ain't the mark of the beast. That ain't it. Right, the brother cried. Exactly. That's it. That's exactly it. Now, since we're talking about Deacon Asaph's favorite subject, the black, ashy Hebrew Israelites, there are multiple whore topics. It's another crack in their personality. So that one we just looked at was a crack in their spirit, and a crack in their life, where they will disobey the powers that be, and get a Shazam, a Hebrew terminology that will erase all things. Okay. So give me 1 Samuel chapter 2. This is a message for black Hebrew Israelites with your multiple girlfriend doctrine. 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 12.
1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 12. Now the sons of Eli.
The sons of Eli, go ahead.
Were sons of Belial.
Meaning they was wicked as hell. Go ahead. Was that it?
They knew not the Lord.
They didn't know the Lord. Now let's see the characteristics of the son. Eli was the high priest. He had sons. It said his sons did not know the Lord. It's not that he didn't teach them. They rejected the teachings of the scriptures. Watch this. Watch what they did. Jump on down to verse 22.
Verse 22. Now Eli was very old and heard all that his sons did unto all Israel.
What did his sons do? His black Hebrew Israelite sons do?
And how they lay with the women that assembled at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation.
They was having sex with all the women that was coming to the congregation, coming to the sanctuary. These dudes was having sex, and most sex. Go ahead.
And he said unto them, why do ye such things? For I hear of your evil dealings by all this people.
Wait a minute. Why isn't it evil? Why isn't that not their wives? Right. Why isn't it, Daddy, these are multiple wives? Why is that not the issue? Because there is no, when you have sex and you are not taking care of these women, that's a sin. That is a sin. That falls under fornication. That falls under not prostituting the daughters of your people. Understand that. You cannot, now in America, they got clever. Yeah, I had sex with that sister, and that sister, and that sister, and that sister. Multiple wives? Those ain't your wives. You whoremonger. You fornicator. That's what God is saying right here. That's lasciviousness. Thank you. All right, read that again, that verse.
Verse 23, and he said unto them, why do ye such things? For I hear of all your evil dealings by all this people. Nay, my sons, for it is not no good report that I hear. Ye make the Lord's people to transgress.
You make the Lord's people to transgress. Because why? How so? How so? Because them women that you sex, guess what? Some of them might have been married. Some of them, maybe they were single. And guess what them single ones end up doing? Look for a husband, marry this brother here, or she might marry that brother. What is that called? That's adultery. That's fornication. Because she dealt with you. So you make God's people to transgress. Read.
If one man sin against another, the judge shall judge him. But if a man sin against the Lord, who shall entreat for him? Notwithstanding, they hearken not unto the voice of their father, because the Lord would slay them.
God wanted to kill those sons. He said, these boys is wicked as hell. And that's why no matter what class we bring out about there is no multiple wives in the New Testament. There is no multiple wives in captivity. These brothers will not hearken. I'm going to tell you right now, the Lord will slay them. Right. Thank you. And they're not their wives. Those are not their wives. Okay. I hope y'all understand that. You had a brother in, who's the recent brother that did this thing? Where's he at?
Bishop, there's a brother that say when he say one wife, he's actually mean a wife. Esau put one over it. It's not, the original Bible is not one. He said a wife. That's how far he going to justify he's getting multiple hoes. He said when he said, oh, Bishop, they can get one wife. No, over here, Esau changed that one right there. It's not supposed to be one. It's supposed to be a wife. That's how far he go.
We just had that case in, I think it was Austin. Oh, Austin, your name's coming up again, Austin. You can't make this stuff up.
Oh, the brother that believe in two wives?
Yeah.
And he bounced?
All behind the scenes.
Yep.
All right. So that's a crack in your foundation. That's a crack in your life. Okay. Give me John 4:16. I don't need no man. And you'll meet sisters who are trying to come out of that as they repent and come into this truth. Because they realize it's foolish. You being an independent black woman leads you to two roads in life. Lesbianism or loneliness. Those are the two paths these independent black women got. That's the only two options. They reach that fork in the road. I'm independent. I don't need no man. Lesbianism to the left, loneliness to the right. Which way you gonna go? So now they come into the truth. Some of them say, you know what? I understand what the Israelites are saying. I believe I'm an Israelite. Let me fix my life. Give me John 4, verse 16 to 18. This is what Christ said about this one particular woman. And it ties into the multiple girlfriends, whatever. Go ahead.
John chapter 4, verse 16. Jesus saith unto her, Go, call thy husband.
Why do you say that? Because it's not normal for these women to walk around with this independent mindset. I don't need no man. He said, go call your husband. Go ahead.
And come hither.
And come here.
The woman answered and said, I have no husband.
I don't have no husband. I'm not married. Go ahead.
Jesus said unto her, Thou hast well said, I have no husband.
He said, you spoke the truth, sister. You spoke right. Go ahead.
For thou hast had 5 husbands.
You've had 5 legitimate husbands in your life. 1 divorced, 1 dropped, 2 dropped dead, and 3 divorced. Go ahead.
And he whom thou now hast,
and the man you got right now,
is not thy husband.
That's not your husband. Y'all are not married. That's not your husband. Y'all having sex. Y'all doing everything as if that's your husband, but that's not your husband. Yeah, that's what the Son of God. I like God. I like that. That's what the Son of God said. That is not your husband. Yeah, you got to find. I know some of them don't know what I'm talking about. This crazy black dude at 3 a.m. in the morning. I forgot his name. He's just screaming like that. But so you'll have women come in dealing with men, but those are not sister. That's not your husband. The second you say, "Let me see the paperwork," what's one of the schools? I forgot which one. It might have been Virginia. I can't remember. There was so much wickedness going on. We had to say, have everybody bring in their paperwork that they legally married. I forgot. It might not have been Virginia, but I know it was one of them. There was so much evil and filth going on. It was like a renaissance of black Hebrew, ashy devil Israelites. Everybody doing their own thing. Then you get a few of them. Oh, there's no paperwork. Had all manner of excuses. All manner. But they wanted to eat, what is this expression? Eat your cake and have your cake and eat it too. That's why they got this. Don't get married to them or else you stuck. Just have sex with them, then you could cut them, you can kick them to the side of the road when you want to. You can get rid of them. There was, what, Denver? Oh, yeah, Kearney Thomas. Thank you, Abiel. See, Abiel be watching them things. Deacon Abiel, no. Kearney Thomas. Thank you, Deacon. The screaming pastor. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's him right there.
Got you there.
That's that dude. Can you play, you know what point it is? Go ahead.
Why? Because he cared for you. Don't you know that God is so concerned about you?
That was it. Thank you. I want y'all to know I didn't make that thing up. My mother used to listen to this dude. I used to laugh when I was a kid. What the hell is this?
Yeah, I mean, but Bishop, sometimes brothers who don't, sometimes they don't have their paperwork, so they're gonna turn to the black Hebrew Israelite who say you don't need no paper.
Exactly.
As long as you sleep with her, you good, brother.
Yep. Exactly. Give me Sirach 26, verse 6. Sirach 26, verse 6.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and verse 6. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman.
We often see that a lot. You'll see that with single, independent women jealous over married sisters in the congregation. I've seen it. Sister been around 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. She's just so picky. He ain't my type. Nope, he ain't my type. Nope, he ain't my type either. 5 years go by. 6 years go by. This sister married, that sister married, this one married, and she's sitting there mad as hell. Read it again.
But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all.
Now, this same wicked woman that's jealous over other sisters, she's just running her mouth. He ain't right. She ain't right. This one is that. She in everybody's business, okay? This is those independent women, and they end up growing old and lonely or lesbian. It's only them 2 roads to go. That's it. Give me Isaiah 3 and 12. Because the Bible talks about the independent, self-made black woman. I got 5 college degrees. I don't need you, Nooka. I don't need you. Okay.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors.
These children are those cute little badass kids. Excuse my French. Go ahead.
And women rule over them.
And this is the problem. That is the women rule over them. Go ahead.
O my people, they which lead thee,
the woman,
cause thee to err.
Where's the woman going to lead you? Back to white society. We need the American dream. The American dream is a nightmare. You can only see it when you sleep. You got to go back to sleep. Then you see the American dream.
Bishop, you see that scripture? Said children are the oppressors.
Uh-huh.
You guys ever think about what happened to the crack babies? What happened to the crack babies back in the 70s, 80s, early 90s? Those are the kids back then. Those are the kids we was talking about the other day you call bastard kids. Kids that grew up without a father in the house, was raised by a woman. These kids, that's why they're in the gang, because a lot of them say they joined the gang because it's their family, because they got a father figure in there. Those are those bastard kids. Bishop was talking about. I know some sisters got mad the other day, last week, when we was talking about that, last Sunday class. But those are the kids that grow up without a father. Because God never make it for a woman talk about, I'm independent, I don't need a man. That's not in the Bible. God always, from the beginning, God created marriage. That's why we say this little boy growing up, being in a gang, become homosexual, because raised up by these women. And these women, they want to always, oh, leave him alone. Oh, you're too rough with him. Shut up. You ain't going to break him. He's a man. He's a little boy. You're not going to break him. This little boy grew up being feminine because these women talking about, oh, you too rough with him. Listen. God never made it for you to raise up this boy by yourself, because you cannot, a woman cannot raise a man.
And remember growing up, I don't know, y'all, you get in a fight, you come home crying, and your father would not let you in the house. You go right back out there, and you beat his behind. You go right back out there, or you ain't coming back in. That's how we was raised. You better do something. You ain't just going to run and come home crying. And then you get the woman, oh, no, you're being too rough on him. And these boys, watch. Let me show you that. Look at verse 12. You see that part where it says, as for my people, children are their oppressors?
Yes, sir.
Look at the precept in verse 4 and 5 to show you who these children are.
Isaiah chapter 3, verse 4. And I will give children to be their princes, and babes shall rule over them. And the people shall be oppressed, every one by another, and every one by his neighbor. The child shall behave himself proudly against the ancient.
Meaning disrespect the older ones. Go ahead.
And the base against the honorable.
And the base children, that's them bastard kids whose daddy left them, daddy didn't want them. They will go against the honorable people amongst us. This is what God has prophesied for our people. You tell it, the boy never did a push-up in his life. He cried, go do some damn push-ups in the corner, boy. Say it with your chest when you talk to me. Here come the woman. Oh, you're being too rough on him. What do you want, a little girly boy with high heel shoes? No, that ain't what I want. Well, shut the hell up. Go in and do some damn push-ups and don't come upstairs till you give me 10. The hell is this? Send him to karate class. Or they being told, shut the hell up. He need to get the hell knocked out of him. Yep. Shut the hell up. Just dumb. You got that all throughout IUIC. I've seen it. They watching right now. Got so much to say. Read Isaiah 3 and 12 again.
Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
They which lead thee cause thee to err. That's the woman. Go ahead.
And destroy the way of thy path.
And the woman will destroy your life. She'll lead you right back to captivity. She'll lead you right back to white society. This is the way to go. Simple as hell. Now, give me the next video called Diary of a Tired Nigga. I want y'all to pick. Now, I'm going to preface it by saying this. Before we play, because I know people get stupid, especially there's some sisters that'll watch this, and she'll look for the non-message to be the message. That's how dumb some of them are. Yeah, she's going to look for a reason to be angry. Give me a Tobit 4 about interracial. Y'all know what I mean? Tobit 4 and 10 or Tobit 4. Yeah, Tobit 4 and 10, I think. Something like that. 12, is it?
Yes. Tobit chapter 4 and verse 12. Beware of all whoredom, my son.
Beware of all whoredom. Now, in case you didn't know what falls under whoredom, the forefather Tobit of the tribe of Naphtali is going to explain what whoredom is in this context. Go ahead.
And chiefly, take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
It said, take a wife of the seed of your fathers. That's very pertinent amongst our people. Black men are the only, well, beside all that, I don't want to miss the message. Go ahead, read on.
And take not a strange woman to wife.
Don't take a wife of another nation. Go ahead.
Which is not of thy father's tribe.
Which is not of your father's tribe, his people. Go ahead.
For we are the children of the prophets.
He says before, meaning because. He's telling you why. Because we are the children of the prophets. Go ahead.
Noah, Abraham.
Noah and Abraham.
Isaac.
And Jacob.
Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they all married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land.
Right. So, in case someone at home, you go, well, I don't have the apocryphy in my Bible. That ain't written in the. Give me Joshua. Is it 23 and 12 or 12? Joshua 23, maybe it's 15. Bear with me.
23 and 12, sir.
Yeah, let's start there. Watch this.
Joshua chapter 23, verse 12.
Start at 11.
Joshua chapter 23, verse 11. Take good heed, therefore, unto yourselves, that ye love the Lord your God.
They all say, I love the Lord, I love the Lord. Really, you love the Lord? Well, let's keep reading and find out for you miscegenationist Christians. Go ahead. Look it up, nigga. Go ahead.
Else, if ye do in any wise go back and cleave unto the remnant of these nations.
If you cleave unto the remnant of these nations, come on.
Even these that remain among you, and shall make marriages with them.
And you make marriages with these other nations.
And go in unto them, and they to you. Know for a certainty that the Lord your God will no more drive out any of these nations from before you.
God said, I'm not going to help you against these nations which are before you. Go ahead.
But they shall be snares.
But these nations, the white woman, the Chinese woman, the Arab woman, the East Indian woman. Benjamin, y'all hear me, right? It says these will be snares and what?
And traps unto you.
These nations are going to be snares and traps to you. Go ahead.
And scourges in your sides.
And they're going to be scourges. They're always going to give you problems. Go ahead.
And thorns in your eyes. Until ye perish from off this good land which the Lord your God have given you.
So the Lord has warned us. If you marry the women of these other nations, they're going to be traps and thorns in your side. What does it say? Traps and... What does it say?
Thorns in your eyes.
Snares and traps unto you, and scourges in your sides, and thorns in your eyes. Meaning problems. Problems.
Yeah, because I want these brothers. In Atlanta, there is no filter. You know what I'm saying? I want you. Your sister there, you're gonna get it, or you're gonna go back in the world. If I was you, I get it and change my way of life and do better, man. Brothers is tired right now.
Wow. And they always got a crew of angry little troglodytes. I tell you, can't make this. Look at Proverbs 14 and 1. See, some brothers, some of y'all scared. If I say something, wife going to yell. She's going to curse me out. What the hell with her? You scared a woman going to leave you. Most High going to have a real woman for you. Well, he was getting other women. Shut the hell up. Proverbs 14 and 1, please.
Proverbs chapter 14 and verse 1. Every wise woman buildeth her house.
Every wise woman, she will build her house. Meaning what? She is a helpmeet to her husband. She's doing what she ain't complaining. She ain't sucking her teeth. She ain't sighing when he wants some draws. All right. The hell is this? You want some peace and quiet and you want some butt. The hell is wrong with you? Always got a problem. She gonna walk by the house. There's some socks on the floor. There's some socks on the floor. Well, you been home all day. Pick them up. Complaining as she sit on the couch you bought, laying on the bed you bought, in the house you bought. She ain't do a damn thing. But she got so much to say. There's underwear on the floor. Well, pick them up and wash them. The hell is this? Read the scripture again, please.
Every wise woman buildeth her house.
Every wise woman buildeth her house. Go ahead.
But the foolish plucketh it down with her hands.
But the foolish plucks it down with her hand, meaning she's ungrateful. Is that the word? Ingrateful. What's the word?
Ungrateful.
Ungrateful. I can't say certain things. She's ungrateful. She walk around and talk to you like she bought the house, like she bought the car, like she bought the furniture. The hell is this? What are you saying, Captain Arier? Don't be scared, brother. Brother, I know someone should throw a shoe at you.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you. Hey, there's been some case. Hey, we've heard it, Bishop, where a brother marries the sister, and we know that, okay, once you're married, the things in that house, that's that man's. Whether she's making more money, so on and so forth. The brother basically said that the car that the sister has, that's her car. The sister don't want to put the brother on the insurance. That's her car. That it ain't to be that way. That's his car. You understand? These sisters, they're not right. They're not right.
These are the black European, Negropean independent women. They want to enter a marriage, but keep the American Babylonian personality, point of view. These are cracks in our lives, brothers. This creates uneven, unbalanced foundation in the marriages, in the home, in the nation. And it's the woman that, not all the time. I know some men ain't right, but I ain't talking about the men now. I'm talking about you women. Because y'all be giving the problems. Give me Sirach 34. What would you say, y'all, before we go on?
There was a scripture that I was looking at that goes right perfect with what we just read. When we read Proverbs 14:1, where it says, every wise woman buildeth her house, the man is the one that's over it all. If she's looking to tear the man down, she's going to tear the house down. It's all saying the same thing. Sirach.
Wait, maybe they don't understand that. The man's keeping the house together.
Right.
He's taking care of it. Well, I don't care if it's an apartment.
Right.
He's paying the bills. But she going to tear you down, give you a depressed spirit, and make you.
That's what we're about to read right now.
You got to go ahead,
Yes,
get scripture.
Sirach 25, verse 23.
Sirach,
read that, Solomon.
Chapter 25 and verse 23. A wicked woman.
This is not the wise woman that we was reading about in Proverbs. The scriptures in Proverbs say every wise woman. This ain't no wise woman here. This is a dumbass hoe. Read it again.
A wicked woman abateth the courage.
Abateth the courage. Tears down the man's ability to maintain anything. He try to put this stuff together to make sure the house is together for him, the wife, the kids, everything. But she's giving him complete hell. Read it again.
A wicked woman abateth the courage.
Go ahead.
Maketh an heavy countenance.
He ain't never happy. He's tired. Right. Like we just said.
He's depressed. He want to
beat up.
He want to stay at the ball,
Right.
hang out with the brothers all night, rather than go home to you.
Read.
And a wounded heart.
A wounded heart. This is what it produces. Go ahead.
A woman that will not comfort her husband.
She ain't considering that this man is working all kinds of hours, doing all kinds of work to protect her, to protect the whole family. She don't give a damn about none of that.
She won't even give him the big
She won't
piece
even
of
give
chicken.
it nothing at all.
She make sure the kids
She gonna
got the
complain.
big
She
piece
gonna
of chicken.
complain when her sock is on the floor.
Yeah.
And this man is the one that's putting it all together. Go ahead.
A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees.
That's what you end up with.
Yeah.
So a wise woman knows to stay away from this kind of hope.
So she makes her husband, when it says weak hands and feeble knees, yeah, she does make him a weak hand.
She destroys him. She
destroyed the man's spirit. He's depressed. He's uninspired. He don't want to do nothing. Yep. Where did the love go? You threw it out the window. What are you going to say, Malachi?
I was going to say, Sunday you mentioned something like that where these sisters, what you just bring Dick and Yaus up, these sisters have to train their kids to do this.
Yes.
Not to depress the men, because You got to teach these kids, especially when the men take you with kids. Listen, he's going to come home. You're going to be by the door. Shalom, Dad. Most time God's bless. Go back to your room. We don't want to hear nothing. If the TV was on, make sure you turn it down.
That's it.
You got to train this because the problem is they don't train these kids. You got to train these kids.
Yeah, you taking care of another man's child, and he won't even give you the honor and respect of calling you dad. He gonna call you, like Bernie Mac said, him downstairs. The hell is this?
Shalom him downstairs.
Shalom him downstairs. You better train them little kids, hug their new father, hug him, kiss him, salute him, and respect him. But these Negro-European, American-minded women, no. The child pulling a knife on the father, cursing the father out, and he's paying all the bills. You can't make this stuff up.
Yeah, man. Then when their little kids tell you why, make sure you tell the little kids, I was lost, now I'm found.
So again, you women with children, you got to train those children. When you get into a new marriage, well, a man who's going to take care of somebody else's kids and make them his own, train them little children, chilling. You better love that man. When he come home, you greet him at the door. You hug him, you salute him. Whatever he needs, you do. If he asks you to go in your room and sit down, then go in your room. That's it. Train these children the way they should go. And when they're old, they will not depart. But these women won't do it. Because some of the problems y'all got, they come back, he don't love my child. He don't love my child. What do you mean? He's taking care of everything and making sure that that child is provided for.
Right. What the
other man didn't do. Yet you're going to complain about him and say he don't love him. Because he said, do some push-ups.
Right. He stepped in. He has to step in another man's shoes that was supposed to be handling the business. That's a great honor. He's following the scriptures for sure. Taking care of the fatherless, because the quote unquote real father left.
That's right.
He stepped in and took care of that. That man's supposed to be getting the honor above everything. Any man can take care of his own kids. You ain't supposed to be getting no accolades or that.
That's right.
Think about that. You want some accolades for taking care of your own children that you produced. Congratulate me for taking care of my own kids. You need the hell slapped out of you. Somebody that come in and take care of kids that he didn't produce. That's the man you give some honor to. The hell is wrong with this dad? It's like the whole world is on crack. Go ahead, man.
Give me Sirach 34:23.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 34 and verse 23. When one buildeth and another pulleth down, what profit have they then but labor?
Read it again.
When one buildeth and another pulleth down.
So here the man is trying to build a home, trying to build a family for that. You and that snaggletooth child whose father abandoned him, and you busy trying to pull it down. You humiliating the man. You putting down the man. You cursing the man. You disrespecting the man. All in front of the child. Then guess what the child ends up doing? Disrespecting him the same damn way. Which leads us to our next video. Give me the next video of diary of a tired nooker. The daughter. Let me see.
Hey, Mom, can I go to town this weekend with some friends?
With who and where, Lena? It's not with a boy, is it?
Well, yeah, Mom, but it's not just him. There's other people going too. It's like 6 of us all together, so I won't be alone. And we're just going to Vegas for 2 days. That's it.
It's with Dante, right? Isn't that boy over 18 now?
Well, yeah, but only for 2 months. I knew him before that, so it's not like it's a big deal or anything. I've known him for a year already. God, Mom.
Well, I guess so. But you better call your father to get the money that you need, because I'm not giving you mine. He's the dang bank. If you can get the money from him, you can go. I'm cool with that. So do what I taught you to do, girl. You can get the money from him. He's easy. And if you have any other problems, you just tell him that I already said it's okay. Now go for it, baby.
Thanks, Mom. You're the best.
Us girls gotta stick together when it comes to these men. I want you to have fun, baby. I'll talk to you later.
Over here, Lena.
Oh, Dad, this weekend I'm going out with a few friends. So can you put a little extra cash on my debit card? Plus, I want to do a little shopping for a few things, so make sure you make it a lot.
Hello, Lena. That's not the way you ask for things. You don't come here and order up money from me like that. How about a proper greeting? Hi.
Right, you are my father. Like I really need one. God, okay, Dad, hi.
Who do you think you are talking to me like this?
Like what, Dad? What's really gonna happen? You don't control me any more than you did my mother.
Lena, you are my daughter, and I won't tolerate this disrespect. I mean it.
Really? Or, you know what, Dad? You're such a little bitch. Just like Mom always says you are.
A bitch? I'm a bitch. No, Lena, I'm not a bitch. I'm a man. I'm the man who provided everything you ever had, while your mother did nothing your entire life. I'm that man who bought you that brand new car you're driving. I'm the same man who put money aside for your college education. Look at me. Look at me, Lena. I am that man who has always been part of your life, even though your mother tried to keep me out of your life. I'm the man who loved you ever since you were born. I even cut the cord that separated you from your mother. I even loved your mother. It doesn't matter how much she acted out until I couldn't take it no more. But above all, I am your father, Lena. Until you learn how to respect me as such, you're going to get out of this house and go back to that angry woman you were born from. Get out of this house!
He should have gave a change for the bus and said, give me them damn car keys. I tell you, y'all, something, you was going to say something?
I'd have gave her money for the bus minus 25 cents. She'd had to hustle to get the other quarter to get on that bus.
Now this is
I did that on purpose.
Ezekiel 16:44. Get that for us? Ezekiel 16:44 and 45. When you got an angry, ungrateful wife, you got an angry, ungrateful daughter. That's what happens. Ain't no way about. And see, some of you brothers go, you know, your damn wife is no damn good. You're hoping that the daughter will somehow miraculously turn out right. No, brother. That's why 1 Corinthians 7 it says the kids are unclean. She gonna turn out just like her mother. And whoever she married, God forbid, she gonna destroy that man. Give me that. Read that, Officer Solomon.
Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 44. Behold.
Some of y'all looking at me like, is he talking about me? He know what's going on in my house. The Lord knows what's going on in your house. And you trying to hide the demon. Let me say some nice word. I'll be nice. I can be nice.
Somebody done told on me.
Yeah, somebody done told on me. Who knew what my wife was doing? Read that.
Behold, every one that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter.
That's the proverb that we shall say, and we're saying it today. As is the mother, so is her daughter. The mother's ungrateful, the daughter's ungrateful. The mother's mean-spirited and haughty, the daughter's mean-spirited and haughty. Go ahead. The mama's a hoe, the daughter's a hoe. Go ahead.
Thou art thy mother's daughter.
You are your mother's daughter. Go ahead.
That loatheth her husband.
That hates her husband. And if I don't hate him, I just disrespect him. What's the difference?
Yeah, it is the same.
Go ahead. It's the same daggone thing. Go ahead.
And her children.
And her children. Come on.
And thou art the sister of thy sisters.
What verse you at?
Verse 45.
Go ahead. Read it again.
Thou art thy mother's daughter that loatheth.
45.
Yes, sir. Oh, okay. And thou art the sister of thy sisters.
Right, because you think Northern Kingdom is any much better. Go ahead.
Which loathe their husbands and their children.
They do the same daggone thing. Go ahead.
Your mama was a Hittite.
Yeah, now he's calling you a dirty, ashy Hamite, the African Hamite. Go ahead, read that part again.
Your mother was a Hittite, and your father was an Amorite.
God is calling us names. She's insulting us. Go ahead.
And thine elder sister is Samaria, she and her daughter that dwell at thy
Now
left.
it's going into Northern Kingdom. Solomon, you're reading. I need you to, come
Yes,
on,
sir.
man. So, Give me Sirach 26 and 10. Sirach 26 and 10.
Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 26 and verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless.
If your daughter be, you know if your daughter's shameless. Hey, where's that scripture in Proverbs where it says, even a child shall be known by their doings? Find me that before we read on. Get that for me. Who knows where it is? Proverbs 20:11, read that.
Proverbs chapter 20, verse 11. Even a child is known by his doings.
Even a child is known by his doings. Go ahead.
Whether his work be pure and whether it be right.
Was that the whole verse?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what it's saying is that you know your child's personality, their characteristics, their habits from just observing them. If your daughter's a hoe, she had hoish tendencies when she was young. She's the one that when friends come over, she want to sit on their lap and grind. You know how kids sit in your lap sometime and just play around? After a while, as they get a little older, they start feeling tingly down there. Hey, that felt kind of, and then she wants to keep doing that. You see the tendencies in these children. If you got a little homo son, you know that boy's a little homo son. Dashing through the woods to meet three strange men. Getting videotaped. What the hell is going on here? I got lost, and three men helped me out, and they bought me clothes and sneakers and gave me a haircut. Really?
Oh, you got cut all right.
Really? That's all, they just gave it to you because they just liked you and they just met you? Yes, mommy, that's what happened. Little lion-ass homo boy, what the hell is this? You got to recognize the spirit in the kids. Unless you turn into the three blind mice. Right. Not the three blind mice, those damn monkeys. Them three monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. You blind to everything. You are ostrich with your head in the sand. You and you know the child going to destroy somebody's life later on. You know that. Like, what's that movie I showed a year or so ago? Is it called Valentine's? Funny Valentine? Is that it? With who? Alfred Woodard and no, not Vang Rain, not that. That ain't it. It's the one where she got raped. It's Alfred Woodard and Loretta Devine. Hey, show me that movie. Put it up there. Put it in Alfred Woodard, Loretta Devine. Because now I got to know. Funny Valentines. That's it. Alfred Woodard and Loretta Devine. And in the movie, they were at this church. And the minister and his wife had a son who was a damn whoremonger. He was a son of Eli, like meaning he was a black Hebrew Israelite. And he was going around raping the girls. And he raped, I think it was Alfred Woodard's character. Yeah, raped her. Then they was going to press charges, and the mother said, have mercy, have mercy. We'll send them away. Please don't have, it'll destroy the church. It'll destroy everything. So they decided to go along with that and send them, they let the boy go down south, further south. The Negro came back at the age of 25 and was doing it all over again. You can't make this stuff up. These children are not rehabilitated. You ain't done nothing to help change the mind of the child, whether male or female. You got to take those necessary steps. You see the devil in your child. Where we at? Give me that Sirach. Did we read Sirach 26 yet?
No, sir.
26, 10 to 12.
Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 26 and verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless.
So now you got to know the spirit of your child. You know she was shameless when she was young. Now you got to observe that character. You got to try to discipline that spirit as she's growing older. Go ahead.
Keep her in straightly.
It says, and if she's shameless, keep her in straightly. Don't let her wander the streets. Keep her in. Go ahead.
Lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty.
Yeah, it's talking about sex. Lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. You give her liberty to do whatever she wants to do. Like that girl we saw. Right, like the girl we just saw. She talking smack to her father. And the mother says, do what I taught you. Right. The hell is this? Yes, what you taught her was to be disrespectful. Yep. So not only were you disrespectful to your husband, which is her father, she goes and disrespects the father too. Go ahead.
Watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee.
Why are you shocked if she disrespect you? Why are you shocked for? You see she was a disrespectful child from the get-go, from when she was young. Go ahead.
She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler.
Because this guy, I want to go out with some friends. Who is it, with Dante? Yeah, but Ma, I knew him for a long time. Yeah, she wants to go there and have sex. That's what she wants to do. His boy's going to be there. You ain't going. That's it. Go ahead.
When he have found a fountain and drink of every water near her, by every hedge will she sit down.
Wait, let me see something. I heard you say he.
Yes, sir. The
It
top
said,
of verse
12.
12.
Yeah, right. Go ahead.
By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow.
Open her vagina against every penis. That's what it's saying right there. Her vagina is her quiver. The arrow is the penis. She will open it up for every Tom, Dick, and Harry, and Dick again. That's what she'll do. Because she ain't right. And you get some of these women like that who come in IUIC. And that's why we say, don't jump on them as soon as they come through the door. Let them learn. Let them show to the Lord and to the people they can live a disciplined life. Let her prove herself. Okay? Give me that in Leviticus 19:29. Letting your daughter go out with friends and boys. The hell is this?
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
When you allow her to go out with friends and there's a boy present, that's how that's a sign of prostituting her. Because there's going to be sex. Okay? I don't know about, maybe you, I don't know about these other millennials up here. Our parents had to know every friend that we went to hang out with. And would ask, is there going to be a girl there? Is there going to be little girls hanging out over there? These are questions they would ask. And then call up. How many of y'all know what I'm talking about? Some of y'all millennials, you lying. They don't know. But some of y'all know what I'm talking about. They were called down there at Miss Ruckus's house, or whatever her name was. Who's going to be there? You know? But not today. Not today. All right, give me the next one of a tired nooker. The man's point of view. Wait, stop. Because right now women complain, why it got to be the man's point of view? Because we're men. We want to know the man's point of view. We've been hearing the damn woman's point of view all our lives. I'm hurt. I'm traumatized. I'm this. I'm that. The hell up. I want to hear what you got to say. We're tired. We are tired. We the ones getting shot down in the street and beat up and handcuffed. Not you. Maybe one out of 10 women will understand. But the rest is men getting the hell beat out of them. Come on.
Man, these women be blaming us for everything.
Right.
Man, they beat us up in the 90s with them movies.
Man, I'm telling you, man, my wife be giving me the blues, arguing every day.
Arguing is like crack for black women. They know it's destroying the relationship. They just can't stop doing it.
Pause it right there.
Can you argue with?
Pause it right. He said arguing is like crack for black women. And they know it's destroying the relationship, but they keep doing it. They keep doing it. They cannot stop. I know I'm destroying you. I know I'm destroying the house, but I just got to argue with you. I know it's 4. You just got on 4 in the morning. Here's another argument. Here's a bill. Here's this. This is wrong. And that's wrong. Everything's wrong. The hell is wrong with them? Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit. Then we getting on you. Go ahead.
Man, I'm telling you, man, my wife be giving me the blues, arguing every day.
Arguing is like crack for black women. They know it's destroying the relationship. They just can't stop doing it.
Oh, hell.
Hey, can you argue with me? I'll do anything. Oh, I just need to argue. I give you head. I just need a fix. I just need to argue. We can fight about the bills. We can argue about each other's mamas. Oh, God. Every day I come home.
That is so true.
That's true, man.
A brother can't get through the front door.
That's what I'm...
Without her popping off in my ear all the time.
Yeah, at least give you some dinner. Get your energy up before you get started, man.
Speak on it. You want to argue with me? Give me some butt. Argue with me all night long. I got to deal with this.
Well, How many of y'all know what they're talking about? Raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Yeah, 2 hands up and a foot. Give me that Sirach 25:20.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse 20.
You want a happy home, sister? Learn to be quiet. Learn to stop looking around for things to argue about. You've been home all day? Oh, you left a sock. Pick up the damn sock. Watch me get an email. Well, when I grew up, we were taught to pick up. I'll shut the hell up. Pick them up and wash them. Pick them up and wash them. Read that.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse 20. As the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man.
So is a wife, like you got an old man trying to climb up a sandbank. He can hardly get up there. His knees hurt. He's tired. He don't got the strength of a young man no more. He's worn out. He's beat down. Now he's trying to climb up a sandy way. Yeah. God says, that's like, that's like a wife full of words to a quiet man. You got a brother, he don't like to argue. He ain't always yapping at the mouth. But the wife, she got so much to say. And she's the one that's sitting at home, okay? But she loves to fight and is draining the man's spirit. In essence, it's aging him before the time. That's what's happening. I'm realizing that's what that verse is talking about. That brother starts to, what's that verse that says about carefulness is like ages you before the time? Y'all know it? It's in Sirach somewhere. Let me look for it.
30, I think.
Say it on the mic so that people can hear you.
That's why the black man always die before the woman.
Yep.
She kill you slowly. Yes, the argument kill you slowly. 7 years you drop dead right there.
Where's that verse at? Somebody help
30
me.
30 and 24.
Where?
Ecclesiasticus 30 and 24.
30 and 24. Let me look at it. Okay, go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 30 and verse 24. Envy and wrath shorten the life, and carefulness bringeth age before the time.
Now, we usually bring this out for an individual, but it also applies when the wife is always nagging you, like the verse we just read. You notice a young man, all of a sudden he got gray hairs. Why you got gray hairs? Because I'm stressed, brother. My wife always argues with me. There's nothing I can do right. It's always this. It's always that. You didn't pay this bill. You didn't do that. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, she's sitting home, scratching, doing nothing. She can barely cook a decent meal.
You got to think about how aggravating that is. You done worked all day, and you come home and you expect to have peace. Your home is the place where you're supposed to be able to recharge your batteries, so to speak. If you can't get rest in your home, you basically homeless. Cause where you gonna get your rest at? And that's where the cleanup woman comes in.
Right. Hey, did the video go? Was the stream broken off? It's back on. All right. So they shut us down for a second. They shut us down. Go ahead, Lava. What you gonna say?
Yeah, you know, Satan seeing this word come out, trying to shut it down. Remember, for your sisters that said the microphone too low, to some house it's clear. You just have to refresh your stuff. You understand? Your cheap stuff, just refresh it. You're gonna be all right.
It might not even be cheap stuff. The husband saying, "Why is the sound so low?" Because she on the side with the remote, lowering the sound. She don't want to hear this.
She's talking while you're trying to listen.
Exactly. Where we at? What did we just read?
Sirach 30 and verse 24.
Read it again.
Sirach chapter 30, verse 24. Envy and wrath shorten the life, and carefulness bringeth age before the time.
Mm-hmm. Give me go back now to Sirach 26 and 14.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 26 and verse 14. A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
Wait. Maybe the black woman, the Israelite woman, doesn't understand what a gift of God is. And you know what? You ever notice weddings? We'll say, hey, bruh, you know, this COVID thing, we'll have a few of the marriages together. And the brother will be like, all right. He goes home, and it's the woman that says, no, I'm not getting married with that BIT over there. This is my day. Right. This is about me. It's always these women that do that. Men, we don't give a daggone about that. It's always the woman. She wants to be seen. She wants to be acknowledged. She wants to present herself as a gift from God to you. But guess what? Read that verse one more again.
A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord.
Maybe that's crossed. Maybe she crossed that out with a black highlight.
Yeah, I was about to say, Bishop.
They crossed that out of their Bible. It says a gift of God is a silent woman. See, sisters, we listen. She goes, she never listened to you, never listened to me. We do listen when you're quiet.
You want to know? You want to know if you got the devil on your arm? Read that scripture to them and watch their reaction. Because they're supposed to want to take that on. They're supposed to be like, yes, I want to get with this immediately. But if they looking at you like you're trying to correct them or something, like they mad, you know you got a demon.
They all upset.
So what you're saying is, according
You
to
gotta think
this
about it.
scripture, if your woman is not a quiet woman,
she's supposed to
she's
love
not
the
a gift from
scripture.
God. She's a gift from the devil.
Yes.
That's the point I'm saying.
The devil give you her. So she was not a gift of God.
That's usually the backdoor marriages.
Right. Yes.
All you brothers with backdoor marriages, you got a gift from Satan.
Let me say it a different way.
Amen.
Let me say it a different way. Because it says a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. All women are supposed to want to be this.
Yes.
That's what they're supposed to be. This right here should be on their forehead and everywhere else on them. They're supposed to want to relish in this. Whenever this becomes a pain to their ears, you know you better get the hell away from them.
But you know you can train in yourself, sister. Put a tape on, silent tape.
Damn, there is a lot of gift from the devil.
Yes.
There's a lot of gift from the devil from an IUIC. So if she call you a bitch ass nigga, that's a gift from the devil.
Yes.
If she's smacking you stuff, that's the gift from the devil.
Yes. What do you mean smacking your stuff? What do you mean?
I don't want to get into it, Bishop. I'm just going to leave it out there, Bishop.
You know, there's a lot of levels in that. I ain't gonna talk no more. We do this.
Go ahead and talk.
There's a lot of levels in that verse, because it's almost like an insult to tell a woman that she's feminine, for her to be feminine in the terms of being subservient to her man. She takes that as an insult.
Yes.
She takes that.
Only the American
right.
black
That's what I'm talking about. She takes that as you trying to hold me down. Some foolishness like that. That's supposed to be a compliment. God made her that way. She's supposed to relish in what God made her. She said, no, I don't want to be what God made me. I want to be the man. That's totally out of order with the Most High.
Yeah, my question, a lot of times these sisters don't understand, man. When you're out of the element of God, it's always going to be drama, man. Because think about it. That man that work, make sure you have a roof over your head, food, clothing. That man should be honored in his own home. But if you see that man, you keep troubling the man, what you think is going to happen to him? You understand? Or you calling the cops on that man. God forbid the cops take that man back in. Then who's going to pay for your rent? That's how stupid we look. Then when you sit there,
we had stupidity like that happen.
Yeah, when you see these things happen, then you wonder why we get on you. We get on you because your mind is upside down, black woman. You need your mind to be upside down. That's what's wrong with you.
There was a black ashy devil with us. I think she still might be. I hope you're listening if you are. She gets her husband arrested. He goes to jail. He loses his job. He cannot pay the rent. He cannot pay the car note. She brings her black ashy behind up here and says, can y'all help us out? We can't pay our rent. We can't. No! Take your black ashy behind and sit down somewhere. You plucked down your marriage. You destroyed your marriage. You destroyed the family. And you want us to bail you out after you do something stupid. You know, there's an expression. Don't make long-term decisions based on short-term emotions. Meaning you're angry right now, but you're going to do something so detrimental that's going to destroy the future of your marriage. And then you want us to bail you out. We can't bail you out, black ashy devil. You on your own now. You made your bed, lie in it.
Then they wonder, then when you say, sis, why you call the cops on your husband? He yelled at me. How many times did a white man yell at you at your job? Do you call the cops on him? You understand? That man don't put no hands on you. He don't do nothing like that. Yeah, he raises his voice in his own home. Now you call the cops on him. Then you want us to believe that that man is evil. You understand? Not realize that you're not working, sis. You know what I mean? Your meditation is in idle times. upon evil after evil. Then you wonder why your house is destroyed. You understand? Why you don't stand up for me? You need to stand up for me. No, you build your own name. You got your own name to belong.
You know, the Most High is beautiful. He makes man and he makes woman. And he puts them in their proper order and their proper role. And the two roles are supposed to complement each other. That's how things work. Whenever you have a situation where you in your man's role and you dealing with a woman and she don't want to deal in her woman's role, that's going to destroy everything that we was reading about. Pluck the house down, tear the man down, tear his mind down, make him old before the time. It just destroys planet Earth. It gets rid of everything. It gets rid of everything. So just real quick, you brothers that's into looking for a spouse, make sure that she fit the proper direction that the Most High said in his Bible. If you don't, you're going to end up in a whole lot of hell. Telling you straight. Go ahead, Bishop.
Got Isaiah 30 and 12. Isaiah 30 and 12.
Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12. Wherefore, thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word.
Because you despise the Bible.
And trust in oppression.
You trust in the white man's policies, his rhetoric, his philosophies.
And perverseness.
And perverseness.
And stay thereon.
And you want to stay thereon. What does it mean our people like oppression and perverseness? When it comes to oppression, this is an oppressive system. The Constitution, yes, it is oppressive. Okay? What the feminist movement is oppressive. Okay, they use that thing to destroy our whole families. Welfare came in, public housing, to destroy the black family, destroy the family. That's what they did. I'm talking about you, Northern Kingdom too. Don't think I'm not. I am talking about y'all too. Okay, our people trust in oppression and stay thereon. And perverseness, for example, they give out condoms. So why are they giving out condoms? So we can stay fornicators, we can stay adulterers, we can stay whoremongers and prostitutes and things of that nature. It's all perverseness. Okay, now you get AIDS and die, and you're looking for AIDS awareness. You want a vaccine to cure, or you want some damn penicillin. You don't want to change your lifestyle back to what the Bible says. You trust in oppression and perverseness. Read on.
Verse 13, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach.
You know what a breach is? A breach is a crack in our lives. That's what that breach is going into. It's a crack, a huge crack. Read it again.
Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall.
It's like Israel. We got a high wall in this nation, and there's a huge breach, crack in it, and it's about to come tumbling down. And it did come tumbling down on us. Now here we are in captivity because the enemy came through the walls, because they tumbled, and we in slavery. Now we confused. Go ahead.
Whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant.
Go ahead.
And he shall break it as the breaking of the potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be found in the bursting of it a sherd to take fire from the hearth.
Meaning no comfort for us. Go ahead.
Or to take water with all out of the pit.
You ain't going to have no water to drink, no thirst. You're going to be thirsty all your days. Go ahead.
For thus saith the Lord God, the Holy One of Israel, in returning and rest shall ye be saved.
Listen, follow me. I'm trying to speak. Read it again.
In returning and rest.
In returning and rest. Go ahead.
Shall ye be saved.
Shall you be saved. So this is God's message to us. We got to return to him, and we got to rest. What does it mean, rest? Rest in what he's saying. Trust in what he's saying. That's what it means. Rest in this. Rest in this. Not in what America says. Rest in what God's law says to do. Go ahead. And then it said what? Read.
And rest shall ye be saved. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength.
See that? In quietness. Quiet, meaning when the Bible is speaking, shut up. Woman, the Bible is speaking. God don't want to hear your point of view. All he wants to hear is his words, and you obey. That's what it means in quietness and in confidence. We got to be confident in what God's word says. And when the Bible speaks, we are all to be shut the hell up. That's what it means. Go ahead.
And ye would not.
And you would not. That's what we see today. We see it in IUIC. Ye wouldn't. You came in as if you were returning to the Lord. You came in as if you were resting in his words. You came in as if you wanted to be saved. You came in as if you wanted to be quiet and be in confidence. But that bottom part says you would not. Rebellion. Rebellious black women. Rebellious men. But today we're talking about the woman. Have at it. So that's what's going on right there. Give me the next one. Because some of you brothers, you don't want to wait. You're on Facebook hunting for pretty women. That's all you're looking for. You come in, as soon as the women say, I'm glad there ain't no women here today. Because half y'all be looking on that side of the room. Talking about, is she single? Is that one right there single? Because that's all you're looking for. Watch this. You're going to get a demon in disguise. Give me the woman accused of killing the Georgia rapper. Woman accused of killing. Yeah, that's it. Go ahead.
A woman in Clayton County was sentenced today to 125 years in jail for killing her baby's father. Jennifer Bellamy joins us with more. Jennifer, it was a trial with a lot of emotion, some shocking testimony, pitting family member against each other.
It really has, Cheryl. Earlier this month, Sierra Harp's own mother took the stand to urge the judge to give her the maximum sentence and also to sterilize her. The mother upset that the murder took place in front of the couple's young daughter. Her testimony, a stark contrast to the people who took the stand today to speak in Harp's defense. Now, this story goes back to December of 2017 when Harp shot her baby's father, Raheem Grant, 7 times at an apartment in Riverdale. Grant captured the murder on his own cell phone.
Wait a minute. Wait. Let's go back again. I heard Riverdale. Go back. Now, you see the sister. She ain't hard on the eyes. If she was up in here, half these brothers be wanting that sister right there. Half of y'all. Redbone. Go ahead.
People who took the stand today to speak in Harp's defense. Now, this story goes back to December of 2017 when Harp shot her baby's father, Raheem Grant, 7 times at an apartment in Riverdale. Grant captured the murder on his own cell phone, and you can hear him begging Harp to let him hold his baby just one more time before he dies. Harp said no. In court today,
did y'all hear that? Wait, go back, because they didn't hear y'all. Some of you was yelling. Go back a little bit. Go ahead.
Own cell phone, and you can hear him begging Harp to let him hold his baby just one more time before he dies. Harp said no. In court today, Harp's uncle took the stand to ask the judge for leniency. He said Sierra Harp was sexually abused as a child, and that impacted her for the rest of her life.
It's written somewhere to train up a child in the way that he should go, and as he gets older, he would never depart from it. That's not what happened here in this childhood.
Other friends of Harp took the stand to testify that she was a good mother, but Harp's own mother said the family tried to help her many times, yet she continued to make bad choices.
So this sister continued to make bad choices. And they try to use the excuse, because you hear a lot of sisters say that. What did they say she was? She was abused. Listen, sister, let me tell you something. If you were abused as a child, molested, whatever, and it's still traumatizing you, you're not ready to get married. If you are 30, we got a case right now about that. We got a case right now. See that? Just dawned on me. Here you are. I don't want to say the state. Here you are, 28 years old, talking about you were molested. Okay, when? I was 6. All right, you were molested when you were 6. And you're traumatized, sister? Yes, well, you need white man therapy. You go get you, because the Bible's doing you no good. You've been in the truth with us 2 years, and it's doing you no good. You need to get on the white man's couch, put your feet up, and just tell him about all your woes in life. $100 an hour, and no, brother, she's not, no, I don't care how cute she is. Don't marry her. She's going to destroy your life. She's traumatized. She's that type. You be in bed, you want to cuddle, not cuddle, men don't cuddle. You lift her leg in the middle of the night, and she, and try to stab you. You look like my uncle. He molested me. Don't marry her. She having flashbacks. She in the bed. No, get off me. No, don't marry her. Now I said 28. I'm being nice. There's some sisters 38, 48, 58 with the same problems. Bishop, you know I was molested. No, I didn't know, and I don't care. What do you mean you don't care? How old were you when you got molested? I was 12. How old are you now? 58. Well, shut the hell up. Half the men here probably been molested. You don't hear men going around telling, he touched me when I was young. We're going to take that little molestation, crumble it up, put it in the box, and throw it in the ocean. And we're not going to talk about that ever again. Didn't they say them remember Bad Boys? When Martin Lawrence, you don't know what I'm talking about. Remember Martin Lawrence's character? He said he hurt back there. Because he got shot, but it didn't sound right. And he had ED, erectile dysfunction, Labaca. So he said, we're not going to talk about ED, no, your ED and whatever. We're going to put that on a piece of paper, crumble it up, put it in the box, and throw it in the ocean. We're not going to discuss that. That's how men mostly roll, but not women. I need to talk about my personal problems when I was 10. Then you don't need to be married, ever. You stay lonely and confused, sister. You just stay there. Sit in the corner, as a matter of fact, by yourself. And don't contaminate the other sisters either. I just want to talk. Here go to Titus 2 or the women. Let's all talk about problems. I got molested. Oh, you got molested. Oh, God, Jesus. My wife told me some crap like that. Well, sister such and such got molested. No, sister such and such got raped. I said, I'm 2 in the morning. I jump up. What? Get the brothers on the phone. Get the brother. What school is it? I said, wait. How long ago was this? 25 years ago. Are you kidding me? I was in a good sleep. You know that sleep when you drool and you wake up. The hell? Make me mad as hell. I don't want to hear about this stuff 25 years ago. I got horror stories for days. You don't hear me telling my little problems when I was a kid.
You don't know what I went through. The Bible said all your sin is forgivable. All your ways is forgivable. You understand? So now you're in this truth 3, 4, 5 years talking about you don't know. I don't need to know what you went through. Don't tell me what you're going through. Let's build in Christ. But that's not what they're about.
Exactly. Let's get to part 2 of this courtroom drama here. Part 2, we go into the courtroom drama with the same lovely sister that y'all was lusting for. Wait a minute, we didn't talk about it. We forgot. Hold on. As her baby daddy lay dying from the 7 shots, he asked her, "Can I hold my baby for the last time in my life?" She said, "No, nigga. You can't make this stuff up." And some of y'all be crying because you had babies by these demons and she don't want you to see them. Bruh, just go have some more. The hell is this? Just go have some. The Lord will bless you with some more. Now, once a woman sees that the children is your weakness, she's going to use that. She's going to dangle that over your head. Let the hoe go. And tell the children, I love you. Kids, I love y'all. But you are casualties of war. This demon, this mother of yours is the whore of Satan. Let her go. Let the hoe go. And say, hey, I'm going to put money in the bank account for you. When you get older, you come see me. And I'll introduce you to some new brothers and sisters. That's how you got to be. Once they see that weak, mealy-mouthed Negro, Latino brother, she going to walk all on your head. She going to eat rice on your head, all of that. Put a plate on your head and eat. Don't move, nigga. The hell is this? I'll be daggone. I'll let that happen. Never, ever, ever.
Bishop, like you said, they're so demonic, they will make you believe you off.
Exactly.
That's how sick they are. They will make you believe you on. You understand? Like, think about it. You working hard, make sure the bill pay, light is on. That will make you believe that you wrong. Then you go out here thinking that, oh, maybe something wrong with me. No. That's how sick people are, man.
I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you one of my own dramas. This was at the school 12 trial. I remember this drama. My wife wanted to have a daggone baby shower, and it fell on the new moon. And her father had rented out this hall or whatever. And I said, hey, you can't have a baby shower on that day. This is when we were doing baby showers 20-something years ago. I said, no, you can't do that. She said, well, my father already put money down on it. I said, well, tell him to get a refund. No, he can't get a refund. I said, well, then I'll give him the money back, but it's God's day. We cannot be celebrating you on God's day. I'm going to my father's house. Go to the father's house, take the kids. One day go by, and her father called me, tried to curse me. I said, listen, that's your daughter. In fact, she ran home to you. That's your wife, because she ain't listen to what I'm saying. So I'll go by the house, and I'll bring some clothes. And the kids is all sitting there on the couch. This at the fire. I bring the clothes, and I walk out. She go, ain't you going to say something to your kids? I said, no, those are your kids. I'm going to go have some more. Bye. And I left. I ain't playing that. The hell is this? They want you to be broken spiritually over some kids. That ain't happening. And God loses all respect for you. Some of you men be mighty men on paper, but when you look, you see all the cracks in your life. He's weak with the woman. He's weak with the children. He had a kid. He don't want to lose her. He don't want to do this. So you suffer all kind of disrespect, all kind of evil. You a weak nigga. And that's what the Lord is saying. This dude ain't right. Look at him. You remember that brother back at the old school, he was in the Atlanta video with us. Big mighty man. You know what I'm talking about. Yasha, remember him? Oh, yeah. Powerful brother. You couldn't get no more powerful than his brother. But his wife, high yellow red bone, his wife was the spawn of Satan. She never wanted to come to the school. And one day the young girls raised their hand in class and said, I got a question. This was after it was High Holy Day. I got a question. She said, based on 1 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, she said, it talks about the bishop and the deacons and their wives. Now, he was senior to us. She said, how come all us young sisters, we come, our husbands is here, but his wife never comes. Now, his face was cracked and on the floor. Didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say because I knew she was right. I'm sitting there like, you hear do-do-do-do-do-do. You hear music in the background. And then the only response is anger. Anger. And as it turned out, he left the truth, left everything, just dropped it, kicked the Bible to the curb, got his wife and an evil child and left. And he seemed to be powerful. You know what I'm talking about. Remember, he helped start
videos in his house and all that. We did all that.
He helped start the Marshall Ariel production
Yeah, was
thing and all that.
12 Tribe production. He was over that.
Yep, exactly. Powerful. And we remember at 1088. Yep. Brother, powerful brother. The way this brother this is different brother named Shamgar. Powerful. When he speak, you'd be like, how long has this brother been teaching? They say he's just been teaching 2 weeks, but he sound like thunder when he speak. His wife coming to Passover with yellow hair weave. And brother, why has your wife got yellow hair weave in her hair? Tell her wife, don't wear that. She mad. She says to him, if they talk about me and my hair weave, I'm never coming back. And you coming with me. And sure enough, you never saw them again. She said, nigga, get in the car. And he wasn't no small brother. This is a big, strong dude. You look at it, you think that, and that's his weakness, this damn woman.
I ain't gonna lie though, Bishop. She was one ugly Judite.
Damn, I thought she was Benjamin. Why she gotta be Judah?
She was an ugly.
Leave that brother wife alone. She all right. You just mean, brother. So
I think she looked like Leah.
Who?
You know,
No, Leah was all right looking. Leah wasn't bust. Why y'all be saying our foremother Leah was ugly? You know that's your mama.
Yo, watch your mouth.
Leah,
watch your mouth, bro.
Leah had Reuben,
yeah,
Levi, Simeon, and Judah.
Yeah, watch your mouth, bro.
Stop talking about our mama.
Yeah, man.
What the hell is wrong with you? You better put some respect on her. What the hell is this? So, IT team, where was we? Oh, we was at this video. So my point was, she would, as the baby daddy was dying, she wouldn't even give him the give me a word. The opportunity to hold his daughter, baby, in his arms. One more time. She said, no, that's some evil for you. And some of these women come in this truth, and they have not really changed yet, but you men be jumping on them right away. They got potential to be, no, I'm talking about they got potential to be good wives. But because they rush and do the back door thing, all the potential's gone. Now you meet this high yellow red bone sister right here, and you married to her, and she's shooting you and busting you upside the head and calling you all manner of names. Play on.
This was something else. It was a startling turn of events. A mother took the stand during her daughter's sentencing and let her have it.
Oh, yeah. Channel 2's Tom Jones is live in Clayton County. Tom, the defendant's mother.
Wait, pause.
The court to
Remember we read the scripture. Even a child is known by their doings, whether they be good or whether they be right. So now mama comes in and she going to tell you about her daughter. Go ahead.
Give her daughter the maximum punishment.
Javita Sierra Harp's mother asked the judge to give her daughter life without parole, and she told Harp there are consequences when you are manipulative, when you are a liar, and when you are a murderer.
With no regards whatsoever, you murdered and you snatched. Angel stared away from her.
One relative after the other.
I hope God don't have mercy on your soul.
Damn!
As you didn't have mercy on his.
Took the stand.
Wait! Go back and said, Father.
He was tired.
He was tired. This is the family. The aunt goes up. The daddy goes up. See, people, y'all know your kids. She was a problem in the community. Right. There's a problem child. Go ahead. Play on.
Angel stared away from her.
One relative after the other.
I hope God don't have mercy on your soul. As you didn't have mercy on his.
Took the stand during this sentencing hearing for convicted murderer Sierra Harp.
So we're asking that the court impose the maximum punishment.
But none had the
Wait, pause, stop!
Harp.
You know right now, some of y'all, oh, she's crying. See, that's your problem. Y'all fall for tears. These are what's called in the world crocodile tears. You know how a crocodile come out the water and the water's coming out and it look like it's crying? It's not real tears. It's just water on the eyes. We'll be in counsel. A woman knows. All I got to do is start crying, and these niggas going to believe me. Bishop, look, she's crying. I don't give a damn. Those are crocodile tears.
When you finish, we're going to continue.
Yeah. And no, here go the sister already. So the man can do whatever he wants to the woman. Sister, what's her name? I just want to talk to her. Mariah Amita Israel. Sister Mariah, ain't nobody saying a man can do whatever he wants to the woman. But right now, we're talking about black, ashy devil sisters. Right. And if this is not you, if you are a quiet, loving sister, this is not about you. That's right.
Here, Sister Mariah, here. Get rid of your tears. Here.
Yeah, Tito, get her a tissue. So today's class is not about the man walking all over the woman. Today's class is about the evil black woman that is not quiet, that is not loving, not respectful. That's what we are talking about today. If you are a loving sister, this is not you, sister. You should roll off your back. What is that expression? Water off a duck's back. You got to be kidding me. You can't make this stuff up.
Women are supposed to hear this and make sure that their daughters
Wait, here she go again. Most men don't talk about their past experiences, but they treat the women like but they treat the woman they are with like crap. Well, sister, that's why you got to prove a nooker. You're supposed to prove him before you get with him. But no, you open that quiver, and they all in. Damn. And you looking for this, but you might get this. Now you mad. You mad now. Where we at? She threw me off now. A simple behind. Where we at? Oh, back on this. Back it up a little bit. Back it up a little bit. Come on. Yeah, right there.
Angel stared away from her.
One relative after the other.
I hope God don't have mercy on your soul, as you didn't have mercy on his.
Took the stand during this sentencing hearing for convicted murderer Sierra Harp.
Wait a minute. I know who this woman is. Isn't this the sister that stabbed her mama? This ain't her? Okay, you lucky, sister. You lucky. Go ahead.
That the court imposed the maximum punishment.
But none had the impact of Harp's own mother.
Don't fall for it.
You reveled in disrespect, foolery, and ignorance.
Adrena Thurman gave her daughter a tongue lashing.
Wherever you went, chaos and trouble was sure to follow.
A jury convicted Harp last month for the murder of Raheem Grant, the father of her child. Harp recorded herself shooting Grant multiple times over several minutes in front of their daughter. Harp gave her mother the stink eye and mouthed a profanity, then called her a female dog after she lit into her. Thurman said Grant told her days before his murder he was improving his life and had new plans.
I know for a fact these plans did not include you.
She thinks that's why Harp murdered Grant. Grant's mother wanted the death penalty, but it wasn't on the table.
You showed no mercy for my son, Sierra, and I should ask the court to show no mercy for you.
Wait a minute. So now, I want you men to see something about that. Notice, the baby daddy said, I'm going to improve my life and move on. The mother says she knows that those plans did not include you. So she became a bitter B-I-T and killed the man. Brothers, see, that's why some of y'all don't leave. I'm going to tell you right now. Some of y'all in these miserable, evil relationships. You scared to leave because you might get put to death. You might get stabbed in the middle of the night. You never know. But God says in Ecclesiastes 7:26,
That's it right there.
this is for the man's man. Read that thing.
Read that scripture in a while.
We ain't read it in a while.
That's a good one.
And some of you brothers cross it out of your Bibles like it don't exist.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets.
That's this woman that we just saw right here. Go ahead.
And her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth God.
If you want to please God,
shall escape from her.
You must leave her. And that's what this brother attempted to do. He finally got the testicular fortitude, some bolitos, and she put him to death. You ain't leaving me.
She was so bad he preferred death.
Yes. And he still wasn't mad. Right. He said, let me hold my daughter before I die. And the host said, no. That's some evil. You can't make up evil
worse
like
than that.
this.
Even though you're going to die, I'm still going to be worse.
Damn. This is crazy. So read the verse again.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman, whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands.
That's the wife that always is, like the mother said, you've always been manipulative. That's some of y'all wives in IUIC. Manipulative. Always trying to get their way. Crying at the drop of a dime when you raise your voice because they did or said something stupid. She's manipulative. She's a scourge in your sides. And most of the time it's because you didn't wait. Yeah, bolos, however you say it in Spanish. You know what I'm talking about, balls. So, some brothers ain't got none. They're like a daggone eunuch in reverse. The hell is this? Read that again.
And I find more bitter than death the woman, whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her.
Ah, that's the key right there. Damn. When you decide to stay in that situation, it says the sinner shall be taken. God gave you a way out. All these backdoor things y'all got was not ordained of God. I'm going to tell y'all straight. It was evil, and the fruits of it is coming out. Yep. You see what's happening. You say, the Lord ain't blessed this because you did something evil from the beginning. And God said, I'm giving you a way. Remember, there's a brother. I ain't going to call his name. I ain't going to embarrass him. The wife, they get married on paper. She didn't want to give him no sex. Remember, you know what I'm talking about. We said, bro, get that. That's not a marriage because it's supposed to be consummated the day of. I said, annul that thing. I said, she a demon. She ain't right. Did she used to be in the other lifestyle? I can't remember. She used to be in another lifestyle. The brother says, no, I'm going to work it out somehow. Bro, I think you're making a mistake there. So he goes and tells her the counsel that we had. She said, oh, the counselors, they're going to leave me? Annul the marriage? Well, I'm going to give you some tonight. She gives us some tonight, and then what happened after that? She ain't get no more for months upon months. She gave him hell, damnation, and fire. You can't make this stuff up. No, bro, she's doing this, and she said, Dad, and she smacked me, and she pushed me around the house. Well, bro, go sit your little sit your behind down, because I don't want to talk to you no more. We told you, we warned you, we counseled you. You decide to throw the counsel, you crumble it up and threw the counsel in the garbage. Whoa! Now look what you got. You made your bed, now lie in it with your little bolitos, your little baby balls. What are you going to say, Malachi?
I was going to say, Bishop, some of these brothers, some of you need to go to your wife, beg her for your balls back. Some of you, your wife got you balls in her purse. Some of you got one balls. She got one, you got one. You need to beg for that other balls back. She might give it back to you.
She made you put them in a bag.
Yep.
She didn't take them. She said, you give them to me. You put them in there.
Give me Proverbs 7. Babe. Yeah, what? What, nigga? Can I have my balls back? Oh, you want your little baby balls back? You want your balls back? No. The hell is this? Proverbs 7 and 21.
Proverbs chapter 7, verse 21. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield.
See, that's how these women be catching some of you brothers. Some of you brothers get caught because you're thirsty. Men could be thirsty too. Some of you brothers get caught because you're thirsty. Some of you get caught because the woman would not give up on you. She flattered you. She told you you had muscles for days, and you know you got a pot belly. She told you it was God's gift to women. Read that again.
With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him.
Yeah, flattery. That's flattery is evil. I'm telling you right there. A woman flattering you, your wife's supposed to flatter you. Yeah, that's all right. But a woman you don't know, when she flattering you, she wants something. Read on.
He goeth after her straightway.
In fact, all women flatter you when they want, even your wife. If she wants some money to go shopping, she's going to flatter you and tell you how great husband you are. But some black women have not learned the art of flattery. Some. How to compliment you, how to make you feel at ease, how to do you right. She ain't learned that thing.
Daughters learn that too.
Yeah.
Oh, you're the greatest dad.
Yeah, daughters learn that. Dad, you're so great. Yeah, thirst buckets meet thirsty travelers. That's exactly it. She thirsty, you thirsty. Y'all meet together in hell. Read that again.
He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter.
Mm-hmm. You're like an ox that goes to the slaughter, because she's going to kill you. Go ahead.
Or as a fool to the correction of the stocks.
You're like a fool that goes to the correction of the stocks. Prison. Go ahead.
Till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasteth to the snare.
You're like that bird that flies into a trap. That's what a snare is. Go ahead.
And knoweth not that it is for his life.
And knoweth not that he's about to be Kentucky Fried Chicken. Go ahead. About to be eaten.
Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart decline to her ways.
Let not thine heart decline to her ways. Go ahead.
Go not astray in her paths.
And go not astray. And don't be following after her. Leave her. That's why he tell you, brothers, let her grow in this truth. She just got here. Let her grow. She ain't got no root in this truth, but you're jumping all over her. Okay, you're going to get a demon. Go ahead.
For she have cast down many wounded.
She's cast down many wounded brothers. If you check her, what is that called?
Her rap.
Her what? Her vag.
They said the mileage.
Vagifax. Dag.
Check the mileage.
Like a Carfax, she got a Vagifax. Check the mileage on that car. You see all kind of men up there.
Potholes and everything.
Potholes in it. It says, for she has cast down many wounded. If she's been married before, why did he leave you? Why did he put you away? Or why did you leave him? Let's hear it. I want to know. How many men you been with? What? And they all left you. You've been lonely for how many years? Why? And you see a good-looking woman, she's never been married. She'll be like 30, 35, and she has never been married. The question ain't anything else but why? How come nobody snatched her up? Is it because her circle was small and she was always around evil people? Maybe, possibly. Or could it be she's on the crazy side? Like, remember, what's that pretty girl in Hollywood, the black girl? Halle Berry. Eric Benet. All kind of men said, this woman is crazy. Who? Say it on the mic, please. I can't.
David Justice as well.
Wesley Snipes was with her? Oh, I didn't know that. Wesley Snipes. And they all said the same thing. She's crazy. As good looking as she is, she's crazy. Those are some IUIC sisters. I'm not making a blanket statement and saying all IUIC sisters. But some of them that come to these doors are very pretty. but they're just like Halle Berry. They have mental issues. They need white man therapy. Some of them need medication. They're on Xanax, No-Dose, and all kinds of pills. She's not ready to be married. Leave her alone. Read that again. What verse you at?
Verse 26. For she have cast down many wounded. Yea, many strong men have been slain by her.
It don't matter how strong you is. She gonna put you to death. She gonna crush your soul, destroy your spirit. That's like we read in the Apocrypha. Chapter 25 about the old man. Right. She gonna wear you out. She said, I don't care how big you are, how strong you are, she gonna destroy your soul, your mind. Read that again.
For she have cast down many wounded, yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell.
You see that? Her house is the way to hell. Go ahead.
Going down to the chambers of death.
Bro, you going down to the chambers of death. You dead. You married that sister, bro, you dead. You've entered hell. That's what you've entered. That's some messed up stuff right there. Okay. Get me Isaiah 58. We're almost done. What do you say?
You got to think about that. The man had a baby with the woman, and the woman shot him to death.
7 times.
And did not want even to allow him to hold the baby that he produced with her.
And she videotaped.
And she videotaped it. That's worse than any kind of death you can think of.
Yeah, that means she set the whole thing up, Bishop. Yeah. For you to sit down.
And, I forgot this. They tried to use, we did cover that. That she was molested as a child as an excuse to get her off.
Yeah.
And he tried to pull a Bible scripture that cut him. Because you as the uncle, you should have saw that little demon when she was young. The mother saw it. The mother brought her all the evil she did she said you reveled in, what did she say? You reveled in what? In lying. You reveled in evil. She rejoiced in that stuff. She loved it. Wherever she went, she brought chaos with her. That's what her mother said. And you meet sisters like that that come in IUIC.
She probably disobeyed her mother all throughout her growing up.
Yep.
So that's that scripture of the Bible. Let them die the death.
Yes.
That's what that is right there.
Get that in Matthew 15. It's around verse 4. About he that curses mother or father, that one. Christ, the Son of God, said, let them die. Oh, yeah, Jesus Christ said that. Oh, you women didn't know that.
Matthew chapter 15, verse 4. For God commanded, saying, honor thy father and mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death.
Didn't she call her mother a bitch in the courtroom for her mother telling the truth about her? Cursed her own mother. Jesus Christ, the Son of God, said, let her die the death. And they said, you give her no mercy, judge. Now, the judge gave her mercy. He gave her, they didn't have the death penalty. But Christ said, let her die the death. Now, that's a cold deal, because everybody said they believe in Jesus. Well, what Jesus are you talking about? The white image of Jesus, which is the image of the beast, or the Jesus of the Bible?
Bishop, you know what's so heavy? A lot of your brothers, you got deacons, captains, high-ranking officers, soldiers. A lot of you put a lot of work in this truth. That's true. Some of you guys put a lot of work. And some of you, you're going to let a woman come destroy all this work you put over the years.
That's that piece of bread, Deacon Malachi.
Destroy the work you do. Turn you into a piece of bread. Some of you put more than you can. Some of you put more than you, seriously, you put a lot of work. And some of you refuse to stay away from these demons. Destroy you. And turn all the work you do, they're going to turn it into garbage.
And go on Facebook and talk about the truth being the garbage. That's what you're going to do? Exactly. Give me Isaiah 58. Isaiah, the 58th chapter. It's amazing. Brothers say it's admirable when, see, that's what proving is about. You got to learn the woman, find out, and you got to find out if she's on, find out. One of the questions I need to ask these women Are you on medication? And if so, what type? You want to know these things because some of them might be psych meds. Psych meds is the kind when you don't take them, she sees things. Yep. And she becomes very violent. She's not marriage material. I'm telling y'all straight. She sees things. She sees you coming through a door right now with a knife. She's going to get her gun and protect herself against you. Meanwhile, you're just laying in the bed sleep. Now you feel with all manner of bullet holes because you married a psych patient. What are you going to say, Labo?
I mean, some of them, there was a brother in the world. She was putting out, Bishop.
Was what?
She was putting out that her family didn't want her. Their brother take her in. You understand? And then guess what she did? That the brother used to have a dry cleaner. She take it all. Charged their brother with 2 kids over $100,000. You understand? That's what they do. You understand? You take them in because out of love. You say, you know what? Is a sister, I'm going to do that. You understand? And then you notice that the sisters that in the world and the sister in the truth, that's supposed to be a totally different thing we're supposed to talk about right now as we speak. You notice there's the same thing going on? Because why? These medicine mess the sisters up. They're not going to tell you what they're on. Oh, I'm just a med. No. Which kind? Is that the kind that you see your father in?
You know what was amazing about the video that we looked at in the courtroom? It seemed like the mother and the family had more love for the man, the father, more respect and honor for the man than their own daughter. That's how messed up she was. That's how messed, and that thing came from her. And she said, this thing need to be put to death.
Get that in it, Sirach 16:1. Y'all know this one. Before we get to Isaiah, Sirach 16:1.
Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 16 and verse 1. Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons.
This is what men and women need to understand. God said, who said it? God says, desire not a multitude of unprofitable children. These are children that ain't no damn good. Neither delight in ungodly sons. Don't delight in that thing. Read.
Though they multiply, rejoice not in them, except the fear of the Lord be with them.
The only way you're supposed to rejoice in your kids is if the fear of the Lord is in them. If your sons and daughters, you don't got to force them to pick up the Bible. They pick it up willingly. Why? Because they love the Lord. You ain't got to force them to come to the class for the high holy. They rejoice in that thing. You got to spot that from when they're young. But when they're young, they suck in their teeth. They always crying. They get injured or hurt when it's time to come to the Sabbath class. Them kids ain't right. They sigh and suck their teeth when you say read a chapter. They got an attitude. You got to take a record of that. Take a note of that. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Trust not thou in their life, neither respect their multitude. For one that is just is better than 1,000.
Hear what that says? One just child is better than 1,000 ungodly, unprofitable, wicked, black, ashy, devil, bastard kids.
So 999, none of them, you prefer them to be dead.
Right. That's what the Bible said.
That's what the Bible said.
Watch the next part.
And better it is to die without children.
And better it is to die without children
than to have them that are ungodly.
You see that? Than to have kids that are ungodly. God said it's better to have no kids. That's a cold deal right there. See, I ain't learned the Bible. You women, you don't know the Bible. You claim you want to learn the Bible. No, you don't. Because when you bring it out, you mad. Some of y'all right now got your bottom, black one, that big bottom lip just hang out. Why he talking about me? Why he saying that?
With the black highlighter.
Yeah.
Hey, Bishop, if this scripture was applied, I believe it was Dallas. Didn't one of some ungodly child put the mother to death last year? Or was it the year before? Or stabbed, something like that. No, they got put to death.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you remember what I'm talking about, right?
There was a situation happened where the son put the mother to death. And
yes.
Yes.
I thought it was in North Carolina.
I don't remember what camp it was.
Where's the one where the son came home and shot the mother, beat her with a pan? It was one of, anyway, it
was
doesn't matter.
one of the states.
One of the states.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, Houston. It was Houston.
The other son tell him to put the son out.
Right.
And she keep letting him back inside the house, and he put her to death.
Exactly. So thank you, Elias. So if your wife to be is on mental disorder meds like Prozac, Zoloft, Ritalin for ADHD, they're not ready to be married yet. Telling you, all we can do is warn you men. You better find out if her purse, you go out, you take her out to dinner, and you hear rattling in her purse, and it's all filled with 26 different types of meds, don't marry her. All we can do is warn you. Listen for that sound, it's right. Isaiah 58 and 8.
Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 8. Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily.
So the Lord wants to give us health speedily. Good health begins not just physically, but mental health. You want good mental health? You want good physical health? You want your spirit in good health. Read that again.
Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily.
Now, I asked you to remind me about something about health. Oh, when y'all get a chance, right. The Zion review had a good episode on a good lesson. You remember?
Yeah. Do y'all know the show they're talking about?
Amasa, I'm sorry. Officer Amasa.
Do y'all know the program? Can we put a thumbnail up there real quick so the brothers will know what we're talking about?
For Zion review.
Yeah, it airs. I watched it the other night. It was an excellent program. We had a lot of vital information in it, especially about health. Went into several different topics, but it was definitely a educational, awe-inspiring.
I think it's on
video.
IUIC events.
Yeah.
That's where I saw it.
Yeah.
It's called Zion Review on IUIC events. Yeah, that one right there. Yep.
Hey, welcome back to the Zion
That's
Review. Hey, joining me today, our guest is an extremely intelligent man. He's a doctor of medicine. He's well-traveled the world, and he speaks 4 different languages. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to Dr. Emmanuel.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show, sir.
Pause right
Thank you,
there.
sir.
So that's Officer Amasa and Officer Emmanuel. Okay, so the episode's really good. They have a series going on that's excellent. So if y'all get a chance, just take a look at it. He deals in this episode. They deal with COVID-19 from the Western point of view, meaning Western, meaning the medicines that ESO puts out. He comes from that standpoint. He is a medical doctor. All praises to the Lord. So we need that thing in Israel.
Absolutely.
All praises.
Excellent show. And that particular episode, you will not forget it. It's off the chain.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Isaiah 58 and 8 again.
Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily.
That's what we want. We want our health to spring forth speedily. Go ahead.
And thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of the Lord shall be thy reward.
No, it doesn't say
reward.
Y'all know what a reward is? Meaning we had the kingdom at one time. We lost it. We're going to get it again. That's the reward. So I ain't talking about the other nations because they never had it. This is for us, the reward. Go ahead.
Then shalt thou call, and the Lord shall answer. Thou shalt cry, and he shall say, Here I am. If thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of the finger, and speaking vanity.
So the Lord wants us to put away from the midst of us the putting forth of the finger. Well, the reason I'm not good marriage material is because of this guy molested me 25 years ago. No. The reason you're not marriage material is because you're a crazy bee. That's why. It has nothing to do with something that happened or occurred 25 years ago. We've all, you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm just going to tell one horror story. When I was 2, I grew up in a terrible dysfunctional household. My father would come home and beat the hell out of my mother every day, punch her in the face. I grew up watching that thing for a while. And eventually my mom passed away. And then her sister took me in and adopted me. And they had a stable house. And I was shocked at what I saw. So I don't want to hear about your past and the reason that I'll break through it. I don't want to hear it. You're full of malarkey. You're full of crap. You're full of baloney. We all got horror stories, but we put it behind us and we push forward toward them. Y'all know what I'm talking about, brothers? Read that again.
Then shalt thou call, and the Lord shall answer. Thou shalt cry, and he shall say, Here I am. If thou take away from the midst of thee the yoke, the putting forth of the finger, and speaking vanity, and if thou draw out thy soul to the hungry, and satisfy the afflicted soul, then shall thy light rise in obscurity, and thy darkness be as the noonday. And the Lord shall guide thee continually, and satisfy thy soul in drought, and make fat thy bones. And thou shalt be like a watered garden, and like a spring of water.
That's how we're going to be in this truth. Go ahead.
Whose waters fail not. And they that shall be of thee shall build the old waste places.
In this truth, we are to build the old waste places. Our job right now is building Israel up all over again. Go ahead.
Thou shalt raise up the foundations of many generations.
And that's what we're doing now. We're raising up the foundation of many generations from the time Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, so forth and so on. We're raising these generations up. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach.
You men got to understand, we're being called now the repairer of the breach. The word breach goes into crack. Our nation, our families, our individual lives are cracked. There's a breach there. Our job is to repair it. That's what this verse is saying. And it says, and thou shalt be called the repairer of the breach. Go ahead.
The restorer of paths to dwell in.
We are restoring paths to dwell in. Do you men understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get a Lord a hand for that. All praises, all praises.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.